Detroit Auto Parts is the official parts store of Redline Radio and home of our original studio. Now the home of Talking About Balls, the best show at Redline Radio. They have two convenient locations. East side, call 216-531-7373, or on the west side, 216-398-7373. Mention Redline Radio and receive 10% off of your purchase.
Growing Wings Adult Services is the official sponsor of the old home for Talking About Balls, state-of-the-art Studio 2. Growing Wings Adult Services has over 7 years of experience with taking care of adults with disabilities. For more information, give Lisa a call today at 234-334-7547.
Voted #1 remote guest by all of America at Dynatech. Talking About Balls. We're here to tell you that Dynatech is the best. As testified by many satisfied customers, their diamond saw blades are the fastest cutting and longest lasting. Customer satisfaction is how they measure success. Their engineers are always available to help you troubleshoot and solve a problem on your job site. Dynatech is the only saw blade company recommended by the pavement marking manufacturing industry. Located in Elyria, Ohio, Dynatech is committed to being the top diamond saw blade company around the world. Their products include saw blades, abrasive blades, pavement marking blades, core drill rigs, core drill bits, high-speed gas saws, masonry saws, walk-behind saws, tile saws, other construction equipment. They stand behind their products with a warranty and customer service that keeps their customers satisfied and earns us the ranking of best in the industry. Dynatech. Contact Dynatech today, 161 Reeser Court, Elyria, 44035, or call 1-800-446-9001, or visit their website, dynatech.com.
Do you like NASCAR? Do you like collecting NASCAR items?
No.
Give Pit Road Diecast a call today if you want to go and purchase those awesome looking cars to add to your collection. They specialize in all the current and past, living and dead, NASCAR diecast and or model car kits. For all of your diecast needs, call 216-355-2347, mention Redline Radio, and receive 10% off your first in-store purchase.
If you want to remember the good old days where you had internet to do your radio show, throw it on a t-shirt. Call Incredible Keepsakes. T-shirts, cups, binders, keychains, you name it, Incredible Keepsakes can make it and customize it for you. The official merchandise provider for Redline Radio LLC and all the show hosts. Call 440-242-9648 or go to their website, www.incrediblekeepsakes.com. As Diane would say, cherished moments are made to last forever.
Are you remodeling your bathroom, kitchen, need new windows?
Need a new desk for two show hosts?
I was just going to say that, but I'm so glad you beat me to it, because you know what? Wiggins Construction Home Improvement does everything you need them to do. Residential and or commercial. Give Will a call today, 440-731-7654. And of course, tell him that Team Redline sent you.
I talk a lot of smack here at Redline Radio, and you know what I'm not worried about? Getting some bad juju. That's karma. But you know what is great juju? The band Bad Juju. They're the official band of Redline Radio, covering all your favorites from the 80s and 90s. To book Bad Juju, call Chad Moon at 440-458-0209. I'm
going to jump ahead to this one because I love Ohio Wheelman Series. They race cars. They're quick. They're fast. I haven't watched them yet, but I did see a video last year when Dave was showing it on Facebook, and they look pretty fun. Premier Stock Car Racing Series in Northeast Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana. Redline Radio is a proud sponsor of the Wheelman Series. Remember, we are still looking for 2024 sponsors. No better way to get your company logo on some of the fastest cars in the state. Not to mention, local racers are some of the most loyal people when it comes to supporting our sponsors.
If you're throwing some old rickety chairs out the window and one of them happens to hit the sidewalk and you put a crack in it, call ACS, Affordable Concrete Solutions, LLC, to come by and check it out. Call today, 440-714-1987, or give them an email, affordableconcretesolutions.llc@gmail.com.
Is your car broken down? Can you not start it? Is it not running? Do you have a tire that's flat? Give Tuffy Auto Care a call today. It's more than just a slogan. At Tuffy, we stand behind our work and promise it'll be done right. Period. Or guess what? They're going to fix it for free. Tuffy is located at 649 Leona Street in Elyria, Ohio.
If you're looking to put on a Bob Marley album and not get arrested for the things you're doing while you're listening to it, you're going to want to go to Puff and Roll Vape and Smoke Shop. All legal all the time. Your one-stop shop for vaping, CBD, and Kratom in Elyria, Ohio. Your favorite local smoke shop, located at 464 North Abbey Road. Contact them today at 440-444-4443, not 420. Ask for Dave or Dan when you mention Redline. You get 10% off your purchase.
It's going to be getting cold here shortly. We're coming off a very hot summer, but is your AC not currently working? Are you afraid your heat's not going to work when the weather turns cold? And I'm going to power through that one because that's what we do here. Give Sensible Solutions HVAC Services a call today, specializing in service, maintenance, repair, and installation. 440-985-8387.
That wasn't because Kyle couldn't read. It was because he was cold. He was shivering. So he's going to have to call and get his HVAC serviced. All Pro Freight Systems, large order freight shipping located in Northeast Ohio. One call hauls it all. All Pro Freight System located at 1200 Chester Industrial Parkway in Avon, Ohio. Ask for Matt, 440-933-2222. They can haul away your old chairs if you want to get rid of them. If you're interested in advertising with the station, get a hold of Dave at 440-503-0828. For all of our programming information, you can go to www.redlineradiolllc.com. Check out Redline Radio LLC on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Want to take Redline Radio on the go? Download the Redline Radio LLC app at the Google Play Store. Today on Talking About Balls, we're going to recap the Browns' upset victory over the undefeated San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, I like that. And it's NBA time, so we got some early predicts for you this year.
And I have a surprise segment that nobody here knows about. All that and more coming up on the upset. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Halloween edition intro back. I couldn't be more excited. I love that thing. Shout out to
that intro gets me like
Dave.
all like tingly in the inside.
I apologize to everybody that
All
I forgot.
tingly.
I forgot that we had it. There was really a point where I was like, a couple weeks ago or whatever, I was like, I got to get that Halloween intro. We got to start. It's fucking midway through October. It's the 18th today. We could have already been using
Where
it.
the fuck is this year gone? Like it's just
It's gone, dude. It's fucking
as of
ridiculous.
yesterday, it was 69 days giggity till Christmas.
Yeah, that's absurd. Like
Wow.
it honestly feels like yesterday. Like it was the new year. We had the whole year ahead of us.
Yeah.
Huh?
Crazy.
Oh, because of the Halloween intro. What's up, Rob?
I was scared.
Roberto. Does anyone call him Roberto? Because his last name starts with an O.
He
I
gets
feel
called
like.
a lot of names actually. Roberto is one of the many that he gets called.
Okay, good. I feel like because his last name starts with an O, I think Roberto is that's a good name.
He's going to tell you
Definitely should go.
he gets called golf god. He gets called
He gets called
The,
the second black guy or the other black guy at parties.
the other black guy.
Actually, he doesn't get called that. He self-proclaims that.
He
so
gets
that's
called the
different.
second Puerto Rican, and most times we're hanging out because Jose's always with us,
Jose.
too.
Yeah. Jose takes who? I'm guessing
Weird.
Jose's older.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then he gets
Definitely.
first dibs.
Rob, is your identity confused?
He is.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he is right now. So we just call him they, and let him pick whatever he wants. Uncle Phil, golf guy.
The Uncle Phil thing came on this year for some reason. We didn't see it. We've never seen it. So, but we put a picture of him and another group of people on this Facebook page called "Dude, Where's My Par?" It's fucking hilarious. You got to join it. You'll laugh your ass off.
What's
it's
it called?
Dude, Where's My Par?
Oh, dude, where's my par? Okay.
It's literally just a roasting Facebook site, right?
Okay.
So we put him on there, and literally not even like 5 comments in, somebody's like, "Who the fuck invited Uncle Phil?" And like at the time, he had like the gray
little salt and pepper
the salt and
beard.
pepper
Yeah.
beard. So we're like, no shit, we just fucking missed it, and there it is. It looks just like
I like that.
Uncle Phil.
I could see that now that you mentioned it.
Mhm.
But we are here. We are live. Studio One. We still don't have the desk ready yet.
It's coming.
I don't know. We're waiting. But with that being said, it is time for everyone's favorite moment of the show.
Most popular segment now. I
It
think.
really is. I feel like this is when we hit our peak viewers and peak everything. That little tease I gave you before the show started about the new segment, that will be happening after this. So I don't want you guys to get too excited. But we are gonna bullshit a little bit. Let's do it. How is everybody doing today? Tim, how are you, brother?
Man, I am excellent. I'm tired, but I'm excellent.
Yes.
Like it was like worth being tired. And this weekend was phenomenal, dude.
I feel like Tim was clapping cheeks last night. If you're saying if you're staying up till 5 a.m., there's a reason for that.
Not necessarily.
I guess I want to
With
hear.
that smile on his face, like
Not necessarily.
I've never stayed up for like a movie marathon and been like, I'm so glad I got
That's what
1
I
hour
did.
of sleep last
I
night.
stayed up for a movie marathon.
So
Netflix and chill is not a movie marathon.
what movies did you watch?
It's a movie called Plug Love, which was like the super blackest movie ever.
I think I've heard of that. I had Plug Love 8 when I was in middle school on DVD.
It was like a 3-hour movie.
Oh, did you say Plug Love? I think you said
Yeah.
Pug Love. I'm like, it's a
Plug.
fucking dog show.
No, I was not watching dog porno.
Okay.
I said Plug. I said Plug.
Pug Love.
What up, Rob? Yeah, Plug Love. It was super hood movie, but it was like actually good. It just seemed like it could happen. And I was a little sad at the end, but then also happy at the end because of what happened.
Now I'm assuming Plug stands for like drug dealer, like your
Absolutely.
plug. Okay, I gotcha.
Look at you.
I know a little bit of lingo.
Look
I
at you.
may not be able to-
Spider.
I may not know how to say most of it, but I know most of it. I know a lot of
Street
lingo.
smarts over here.
This
I know that
weekend-
kind of shit. If you say like cap, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Plug. I'm like, yeah, that's drug talk. I know drug talk.
I don't know why I can't remember my Friday. My Friday.
Was it that good?
Yeah, right. What did I do Friday? I forgot. No, I didn't. I don't know what I did Friday, but Saturday, after coming back on TMI, haven't done TMI in like 3 weeks,
Yeah.
and came back on, and it was a really good show. And then I went to one of my buddies' open mic. He just started opening a room. This was his second night doing it, and the owner came up to me as he seen, because I guess he seen me sign the paper. He was like, "You a comedian?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "I'm the owner. Nice to meet you. Your next drink on me." I'm like, "All right,
shit.
right." So I was drinking Remy all weekend. I usually drink tequila, but I've been drinking Remy. I have a taste for it randomly.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's so good. So I get my drink. He get me a drink. I go on stage, kill it. Had to hit that.
Congratulations. Hell yeah. How much time did you do?
It was probably like 10 minutes.
Okay. Hell yeah.
I just kind of went and riffed a little bit. It was probably like 10 to 12.
Okay.
I'd say 10. I didn't record it, which I after that show, I was thinking like maybe I need to hire a videographer. Or just maybe I just need to be more conscious of recording my sets.
Yeah.
Because that set was really good. It was all my regular jokes. Like it wasn't even a new set. Like I did new stuff because I still did old stuff because it was a new place.
Right. Yeah, they had never heard it before.
Yeah. It was dope because once I got off the stage, people was like, "Man, you were good." The owner even said I was the best that had been up there so far. And another guy bought me a shot. I bought myself another double, so I had about I don't know how much.
God damn! No wonder you don't remember your night.
And then when I knew, I was like, all right, maybe you should relax or get some food. I got some food, and the owner paid for my food too.
No shit.
So
dude,
it
look
was
at you.
dope.
I think that guy wants to fuck you.
I hope not.
Was this the night that you said you now realize your comedic
Yeah.
way and
Yeah.
now you get to perfect it? So
Yeah.
what do you mean by that?
I just I kind of realized like what hits and when I go on stage and how if I deliver a certain way,
Yeah.
what really hits. Like I've kind of known my I'm witty and I try to hit you with a slight misdirection.
Sure.
But I've come to realize like the energy and everything I need to put into it, like
Mhm.
how I need to come across. Just saying the certain setting up the setups, knowing how to make sure I put it in the right place, what's jokes to say after what, and how to punch.
Right.
And I feel like now I'm trying to just really mold that, be perfect, but it felt good, man.
That's good, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, dude.
I appreciate it.
Robert said Justin's got some black in him. I think that's a good compliment for me because he identifies as black. So it may or may not be accurate, but I feel like that's a good compliment.
It could also be meaning you're taking some black dick. I don't know.
We're back to this again.
No,
We're back to this again.
we're Steve Baylog when you need him. And then he says, toot your horn. But on this show, Robert, and anything that Tim's involved in, it is talk your shit, is what you say.
Goddamn right.
Talk your shit.
What are we doing? Just They get all the lingo going on now.
I listen to Tim's show.
Oh,
Tim
okay.
says talk your shit all the time. Tim's always said that.
Which Tuesday's show was amazing. I
Yeah.
love Tuesday's show. It was really good.
I caught like the second half because we were watching a movie. So as soon
Yeah.
as it ended, I turned it on.
I'm glad you got to watch it. I thought
I
it
would have much rather been watching your show than the movie we were watching.
What
It was-
movie did you watch?
We were watching. It's on Hulu. It's called "No One Can Save You" or something like that. It's
Oh,
about
I've seen that preview.
it's about a home invasion, but it's an alien. And I was like, "Oh fuck, that looks kind of cool." It's
Yeah.
actually getting decent reviews. And then I
Yeah.
watched it, and it was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. There's literally little to no dialogue. They like barely talk in the movie at all. So at first, I'm watching it, and I'm like,
Is there sound working?
"Yeah, no." I had a couple gummies going, so I'm watching. I'm like,
Dave said, "Grab his dick and twist."
"Did I miss the part where she's deaf? Like, is she like a mute?" And then I
Yeah.
realized, no, she can talk. That's just a fucking weird movie where there's like no sound. Like she's not talking.
So
or saying anything.
no good story, no good plot, no
Um,
nothing, or
No, they didn't explain much. And then after Tim's show, we did watch another movie, which is not good enough to be my pick of the week, but we did
What's
watch
this
the
deal?
new Pet Cemetery. And
there's a new Pet Cemetery.
yeah, so this one's called Pet Cemetery Blood Origin or something like that. It's on Paramount Plus, and it is supposed to be like what created the
The
Pet Cemetery that does its shit. It was okay. It was good. It wasn't good enough to be my just the tip, but it was a decent watch.
Interesting.
It was,
I've always
it was new.
wondering. I was always wondering what created the area that you bury your animals and brings them back to life.
Stick to whatever thought you have in your head because the movie didn't really give a good story. And I'm
No.
not gonna lie to you, I didn't like it. I didn't like it as a standalone movie. It was fine, but as a movie that's supposed to be setting up Pet Cemetery, I didn't like it
No.
personally.
I'm really trying to think what I did Friday. I think Friday there was a show maybe, and I think I might have went to that show. I was supposed to DJ Friday, but that got canceled. So, my port got canceled.
Damn, dude.
They still had a
Wow.
show.
You know what I respect? They hired Steve Aoki instead, so the team
Right.
can't feel that bad.
Um,
If you get jumped by Steve Aoki on the bill, then it's fitting. You're okay with that.
I guess. I'll still probably be mad because like, why he got more money than me? You should pay me.
True. But you could go front row and maybe he'll throw that cake at you because he loves throwing cake. That's kind of a win-win.
Well, I guess so.
It's probably a shitty cake though. Let's be honest. You can't. There's no good cake in the world that travels that far.
Sunday, I rehearsed for the play that I'm gonna be in, and then
What? You're in a play now, dude? You're like a
Yeah.
fucking triple threat.
I appreciate it.
He can sing. He can dance.
Is it a
he can do stand-up.
Romeo and Juliet type play? or
No,
what?
it's more like the plug love minus the love. So,
We're
Hell yeah,
back to
dude.
animal love. Fuck love.
but and then Monday, I went to see my mom, and it was amazing.
Hell yeah! Congratulations, dude. That's a good weekend. Now, I got a stand-up question for you because I saw Great made a post a couple weeks ago about him doing some stand-up,
Mhm.
and I was wondering, how do you personally, how do you approach, or like just your thoughts about it in general? How do you approach if you're a regular at a room? So if you go like every week, every other week, it's you see a lot of the same people.
I'm saying different jokes.
You're doing a different one every time,
I mean, I like unless I'm trying to like,
like perfect the set.
yeah,
Okay.
which I like for me, sets are snowflakes. Like
'Cause
no
I
one
was-
set's the same.
I was always thinking about that with a lot of like comedians, and like if you do the same show regularly, you don't want to do the same material because after a few weeks, everyone's sick of it. So you're not getting the feedback that you need to help
Right.
hone it.
But I mean, I at the same time, there's people that love to hear the same jokes. I mean, how many
Sure.
times have you seen a comedy special? No matter how many times you see
Oh,
it,
yeah, I
and you're
mean-
like laughing your ass
And
off.
even then, like Jerry Seinfeld was using old material for the last like 30 years until
A lot
he
of people
finally
do.
came out with new shit because
Yeah.
he's just like, it works. Like, why would I change it? People still like it.
Yeah, and it's a catch-22, I guess. But if I'm doing a room that I constantly do, unless I haven't been there in a while, I'm gonna try something new.
Okay.
I might give you like, usually what happens is I build on that joke. So
Okay.
I was like, y'all know I said, I blah blah blah, and then I'm building on the joke. But usually I won't say it the same way.
Okay. I gotcha. That makes sense. Like I said, I saw Great made a post about something about how like, I forgot exactly what it was about, like doing the same room and like trying material differently and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I just, I made a mental note and I was like, I want to talk to Tim about that, see what he says. So it worked out perfectly. We started with talking stand up.
You gotta honestly, like, you gotta have a not give a fuck. Like if I gotta go, like y'all see me, but a lot of times if you're doing the same room, there's a lot of comedians there.
Yeah.
And comedians, if anybody understand, they should understand that you working your set.
Mhm.
So that is what it is. But I know personally, like if I do the grog shop pretty consistently. I don't say the same thing up there. Like I'm trying to come different
Give them a different show every time.
Yeah, and if anything, like I'm freestyling at that point. Like I do
What's up, Don?
what's the show?
John P. What's up, dude?
Hizzle. He might be making a brisket. Then I'll be talking about that on the
Hell
weekend.
yeah.
Like, y'all, guess what?
Dude, he's always
Hizzle
posting
made a
about making some
brisket.
good ass food, wings and shit. I'm looking at it like, damn, I want wings now.
But a lot of times I freestyle. Like I'll just go up there and just have fun. Like
Okay.
I'll loosen it up a little bit because like at this point, I'm funny. So like I could almost say anything as long as I say it with the correct punchline. You're gonna be like, oh my God, this guy's hilarious. Like
I gotcha.
I've come up with my best jokes that way.
Okay.
Me saying when I talk about me sucking my own titty, I made that on stage and I was laughing so hard myself. Like I'm just like, what the?
You hit him with the Dave Chappelle. You like fucking hit your leg with the mic.
Right. Like so, it just really comes with how you feel about it. Like if you want to go up there and you want to get some butt gusting laughs. Yeah, your old stuff might get you a chuckle. But if you want some laughs, you got to come up with something new.
Yeah, I agree with that because, yeah, people, if they've seen you a couple times and they hear the same joke a second time, you're not going to get the same reaction.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly how it is. But I mean, at the same time, I've had people get mad at me for not saying a joke.
Okay.
Like this is one I didn't say my dead man's curve joke. And dude came to me, he was like, dude, I thought you were gonna say the dead man's curve.
It's like a band not playing their hit for the encore.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, the fuck? Like, how did you not play that?
Right. So, and I think a lot of people do understand now, like, music you can keep playing. Like somebody is doing a music set, they can play the same music set and people will love it.
You're gonna sell tickets. People are gonna come every time.
Right. But
literally and figuratively.
But comedians like right. But with comedians, like a lot of people are a little bit more critical about that. Like, oh, you've been saying the same stuff. But I mean, I want to see you come up here and say something.
Right.
Like you're gonna try to figure it out, and you're gonna be like, I don't know if this is it. Like,
yeah, I mean that's the only way to learn if it's a good one or not. You got to try it out. You got to test the waters.
Absolutely.
And by the way, wouldn't it be literally for the coming joke that I made?
It would be literally.
Yeah, you're either coming or you're coming. So
yeah.
Okay, all right, I fucked that up myself, but that was a real got me thinking.
Because you're figuratively not going to come. I mean, you're literally just going to be coming and coming.
That's what you think. I figuratively came 3 times already since the show started.
Michael Blackson says the same thing all the time.
Michael Blackson.
I mean, there's a lot of comedians. Like
I'm fixing my ring light. Don't judge me.
There's a reason why
you're getting really bright
when you go see Dave Chappelle or Kevin Hart, the reason why they don't want you to record their set, because if they're putting out a special, they don't want that special to be tarnished by somebody else putting out their material. Like I just seen Kevin Hart, he was hilarious. Like that special. That's special. Right.
Was he though? Okay.
I mean, he better be funny because he's got like 15 Jewish guys writing his jokes for him. So his shit's funny as fuck.
I think there's black guys writing his jokes.
Yeah, probably a few. And is that's a person, Michael Blackson?
Yes, Michael Blackson is I can't get jiggy with this shit. You've seen Michael Blackson.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like making a joke about Michael Jackson. That's why I was like, Michael Blackson. Like, that's kind of funny, but like he was black.
Robert had to show his black side. He knows
like everything in the comments is about being black. So I just thought he was going with another joke. I didn't know where he was going. Yeah, it sounds like a fucking sick weekend though. That's pretty good.
My weekend was good. I really wish I could remember Friday, but I know I didn't. Like I said, since I didn't have to do anything Friday, I fucking forgot what I did after.
And you were just as shocked as the rest of the world on Sunday too, right?
I was definitely shocked.
Oh my God, I was.
I was slightly upset, honestly. I was happy, but I was just like, out of all the games,
I was up at that TV going.
So for me, what pissed me off was like, all right, they're lining up for the game-winning field goal. We'll talk about the Browns Niners game here in a second, fully in depth. But what I thought was he's going to make this field goal. They're going to win the game by like 1. And then I'm like, so I'll get the point for San Francisco, but I'm like, so does Kyle and Tim. And then my fucking -6.5 bonus, I don't get. So like, it's a fucking wash. What do I care? And then they ended up winning the game. So that was pretty sick. But yeah, my weekend wasn't bad. I had the Terrace family come into town and for the wedding, and we hung out with them.
You look snazzy. Saw the pictures.
Yeah, we had a wedding.
How did the dry cleaning
worked flawlessly? I got that. Picked the pants up Friday afternoon, and they were looked brand new. They did a great job. So shout out to Esteem Esteem, like Esteem Cleaners in Parma Heights.
Potential ad read.
Possibly. I'm just giving them a little quick plug because they did save my ass because those were
Literally.
those were not
Literally.
cheap pants, and I'm very happy I didn't ruin them. Yeah, I thought the Browns were going to lose by like 20 points. Don, honest to God, Don P just commented on Facebook there. I don't know why it's not showing up.
That's weird.
It's the internet.
Yeah, God damn it, Dave. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so her family came into town. We went to the Flats on Friday night. We ate at Liddy's Lake House, which was pretty good. And then we went to Goodnight John Boy.
Love that place.
And then that was it for Friday night. Went home at like 1:00, got up, went to the wedding on Saturday. It was at the zoo, had a fucking great time there too. And then Sunday went to Tara's cousin's house to watch the game with her family again. So I spent the whole weekend with her family, and it was actually good. It was a good time. We had a lot of fun. They stayed and watched the Browns win, and then I went on my way. And that was really it. I didn't do much for the rest of the week.
Nice. Sounds like a good weekend though. Family oriented weekend.
Very much so. None of my own. Actually, I saw my mom on Sunday also.
I think there was a comedy show Friday. There was a comedy show.
There we go.
Tim
He was digging, dude. He was fucking digging. He found it.
There was a comedy show Friday. Forgot where it was now, but there was a comedy show. I went to it because it was at 8:30. Dang, I just don't. Oh, you know what? That's because that comedy show got canceled too.
Okay, so maybe you didn't go to a comedy show after all.
Well,
I feel like we're in a movie, The Hangover, trying to backtrack steps to figure out where the fuck you're at.
Yeah, we're like, why is Tim on the roof? I don't understand what's happening right now.
It was actually so it was Tank with the C, John, not John Bruton, but Britton Grace, and Precious, and somebody else was supposed to be at the Indigo Lux. When we got there, Indigo Lux had double booked. They had a birthday party, and after the birthday party was supposed to be the comedy show. Well, they canceled the DJ, so they had no mics. So,
oh no shit!
So they couldn't do a show. So we chilled. We had a good time. I seen my aunt I hadn't seen in a long time. I got hit on by a couple older ladies. It was amazing.
That's a fucking good night.
It sounds like a great weekend.
I don't know how you got that. That sounds fucking awesome.
It just was. It was. I couldn't.
Robert, I did not get a 40 of.
You always have to get a
Miller
40
High
when
Life.
you go there.
I'm trying to lay off beer a little bit. I was drinking Happy Dads, and then I went to liquor. So
I always have to get a 40. It's like tradition.
I was gonna bring some beer tonight.
I love it because we walk in there usually with like a bigger group of people, and you go to the bar and you're like, "Can I get like 10 40s?" And they're like, "What?" So they have to go to the back to bring them up the back bar there and bring them up to the front because they've never.
I remember one time I was leaving, like we were about to be done. So I went up there just to order like a quick beer, like just one can of Miller High Life. And I don't know how the fuck the woman heard 40, but I'm like, can I just get a can of Miller Lite or Miller High Life? And she's like, okay. Turns around and she just grabs 40, cracks it open. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I never said 40. Like I got to leave in like fuck my Uber's here in 2 minutes. I can't fucking do a 40. So she's like, okay. And she put it back and then just handed me a regular beer. Like, whatever. Sucks for that guy, whoever's getting that flat ass Miller High Life later.
She probably sold it in like 2 minutes.
100%. Some guy was like, let me get a 40. She's like,
every time we go there, we have to get the 40. It's like tradition now.
Where is that place?
Right
It's
downtown
in the Flats. It's right over by like down on the farm or whatever the fuck
What is a 40? Like $10?
Probably, yeah.
Probably
There.
like 18.
Yeah, that place is not cheap.
Tim, you'd like
You are
that
in the
place.
Flats.
You'd like that
Because of the
place.
40?
No, because you get down on the dance floor they have, man. They have like a whole psychedelic, like old school disco dance
Yeah, the
floor.
whole place is
Fucking
decorated
Christ,
to
man.
look like the 70s.
Yeah.
Like they're playing
It's
old
crazy.
music. They play new music too, but like the videos on around the
Oh, it's
the
16.
thing, it's
Robert
all showing
remembered.
like old. It's $16
Yeah.
for a 40.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, but
Usually
I
by,
guess,
by the time I order them,
Maybe
I'm usually
$4 in
I'm
real
usually
life.
wasted because I do remember because I did get 40s and then like shots and I was like it came out to like $90. I'm like fuck.
I mean,
what?
I get a case of Happy Dads or a 12 pack. I'm sorry, is usually like $20 give or take
Yeah.
for Happy Dads. They're $8 a piece at Goodnight John Boy. So that's why I got 2 of those and I saw how much they were and I went, I'm just gonna go to liquor. If I'm paying this kind of money, I will take some fucking vodka. So I did that.
My weekend was fun, interesting. So Friday we went to my brother and sister-in-law's house for
Shout out to Mike and Colleen.
Mike and Colleen, the in-laws, the father and mother-in-law's their anniversary.
nice.
So we celebrated that. And then Colleen's birthday was I think last month or a couple weeks ago. We forgot to celebrate that, so we did that night too. Had dinner there.
She's had plenty.
Yeah, and then she has. Then afterwards, we just hung out and just drank with them for a while. We ended up playing dice football on their marble countertop in their kitchen.
Did you guys try beer die?
We did not do bear die there. No,
Okay,
we've
okay.
we've
Beer
played.
die? What's that?
We did
That's
play.
when you have to throw the dice.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I think we talked about it on here before after the bachelor
Yeah.
party.
we
don't
we
remember
played
bear
bear die there last month. We were over there.
That's right. Yeah,
So
yeah.
This time we just did dice football, And dice football on a marble countertop is a little challenging to try to get this up.
I
It's
can
fun.
see that.
So we played at like 1 a.m, and then we went home, probably got like 4 hours of sleep. Got up early on Saturday because we were going to a Taylor Swift concert movie, which was very interesting. We first went to a place called Herb's Tavern, which is in Rocky River, at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And pre-gamed. Had breakfast, had 2 or 3 beers, had some mimosas, did a shot, kind of got the good buzz going on. And then we went to Giant Eagle and bought some airplane bottles.
Okay.
Snuck them into the movie theater. So we went and sat and watched the movie. We got the old person showing. It wasn't as much younger, like girls jumping up around and dancing like you see on like YouTube or TikTok or whatever. But it was good. I mean, it was 3 hours and whatever minutes long. And
fuck that.
yeah.
How many bathroom breaks? Because you guys are all full of booze.
I went twice, I think.
Okay.
Twice, 3 times. And
Did anyone wear a diaper
no
to
one
just
no,
avoid
nobody-
having to go to the
nobody
bathroom?
wore a diaper.
Okay.
No. But no, it was a good show. I mean, I will say Taylor Swift puts on one hell of a concert. The production value, clearly it's a movie, so they put more production value into it.
Yeah.
But just the concert from start to finish, amazing, right?
Now, is it clips from multiple
Nope,
shows,
it's
or
just
is it
the
just like
one that was in
here's
SoFi
one night?
Stadium? One
okay?
in
Okay,
LA.
so LA.
Clear as day. She ended up giving her hat because she always every show she gives her hat to somebody. Gave it to Kobe's youngest daughter.
Okay.
So
wow.
she came to the front of the
But that
stage.
kid doesn't have enough already.
Hey, doesn't have a dad.
She doesn't have her dad.
Okay, so Father's Day is a little bit of a sore subject in the house. Is that big of a deal?
Sibling day is probably sucks too.
Shit.
Is there a sibling day? She could still post on Instagram.
Not
and get
anymore
sympathy
for her.
likes.
It's not.
No, she still has a sister and a brother, I think.
A lot of kids out there that could have used that hat over her.
But
Yeah,
it
3
was,
hours.
It
is
was
fucking
it was cute
crazy,
though. But
dude.
it was good. I mean, she went through literally it's airs to her, right? So they went through every air, like basically every CD she had. She sang like 3 or 4 songs from those CDs, and that's pretty much it. But Jess was happy. I think she was happy. Went home, took a quick nap, and then we went back out. We met some friends up to Dave and Buster's that night, which I haven't been to Dave and Buster's in years,
It's been a long time.
and it just sounded like a good time to go. So we had dinner there, and we played games for like I don't know 2 hours, and got some free tokens, and then got some cheap ass or actually expensive ass toys because when you figure out the price of what you're paying into these games, and then went home and they were just dog animal toys. We just gave it to our dogs. They play with them and went to bed. And then Sunday did not move off the couch. I was a lazy bum.
So you guys smuggled alcohol into a public event.
Check.
You saw Taylor Swift,
Check.
and then you went to Dave and Buster's to play games.
Check.
So you had a full day of being a teenager, basically.
Absolutely, I did.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's exciting.
Absolutely. And I
You live
felt
your glory
I
days.
felt every bit of it when I woke up on Sunday. So
believe
that's
it.
why I did not move off the couch, and had a great day. Had a great day in fantasy football too. I'm 6-0 one of my teams in my leagues. So.
I am too, actually. In one, the other one I'm
Felt good.
4-2, and then the other one I'm 3-3. Not having a great year in that one. Some injuries, but
But no, good fun weekend. Had a great time.
all right. So to lead me into my
the unknown,
new
yes.
segment down this fun rabbit hole, which I hope all of you watching are excited for this. So I will start off with, let me get this out of the way here first. Let's take a look at the board up there. Obviously, we all know my boy, the man behind the board, Tim Buck.
I can't see the board.
I don't need to see it, actually. Tim Buck Tuesday. And the other good thing is there's only like 4 shows to talk about now, so it's really quick. Tim Buck Tuesday. Check him out from 6 to 8 on Redline Radio. I was going to say at Studio One, but that's not the only studio. So at the one
At
studio.
the studio.
I won't say Studio One. It's the one studio. And then on Tuesday nights, you also have Gary Wenner spinning the hits, and you've got Broad Street South. On Wednesdays, of course, you've got us here with Talking About Balls, the cream of the crop at Redline Radio. On Thursdays, you've got that guy Dub from 3:30 to 4:30, I think, right? Yeah.
Yep. No, 3 to
3 to 4, sorry, yeah, because it always starts right when I'm about to get out of work. And then you've got Lex Vegas from 7 to 8, right? Yep. I can't see the times on there. That light's right in my face, so I wanted to make sure I got that one right. And then on Thursday nights, you also have another edition of Broad Street South. On Saturdays, you wake up and you've got Unscripted with Adam, Dave, Chipper, any assortment of the bunch. You've got TMI from 5 to 8. You've got Comedy and Cocktails with Jen from 8:30 to 9:30. On Sundays at night to end the week, you've got Loud and Local with Jeff James from 7:30 to 9:30 for now. And then early Sunday mornings.
It's like a little asterisk dinner.
Early Sunday mornings, you've got the Steel City Running Lates, who, of course, love talking about balls. They love stealing our bits and taking away our thunder, but in a good way. I'll give them credit. They try to make it their own, and I respect that. They just don't do it that well. So I've decided to take something that Steel City does, and I've decided to make it our own
We're
and
gonna
incorporate
suck on Brown.
a fun name. No, we're not doing that. That is officially licensed and patented by the Steel City
Okay.
Running Lates, where they take a long brown penis-shaped object,
And suck
and
it
they
till it's
suckle
gone.
on it until it's soft, and they
Wet.
get all the flavor out of it, and they call it a victory sucking. I think they
Blowjob.
call it something like that. Yeah, no, they keep it
victory
PG. It's
suck
victory
job.
sucking.
A victory suck.
So they do that. And then I thought about that. And I'm like, you know what? Who are we? We are talking about balls. We need to come up with something cool. The Browns just had the biggest upset.
I know where you're going with
The
this.
biggest upset in NFL history.
Just bring him out.
And we, of course,
Bring him out. Just put him on the table.
we only have one. Talking about buzzballs.
I
That's the
knew
new
it.
segment
Fucking
for the
knew it.
show. And I only have one in my fridge. So that's why I thought of it as I was
Are
driving
we
here.
sharing these or
So
sharing?
not this week.
Oh.
Did Chipper and Dave share their victory cigars? No,
Yes.
they do. They Lady in the Tramp it. They put it end to end and then they just suckle until they kiss. But I only unfortunately have one. So moving forward, I want everyone at home to enjoy this with us. And us here at the show, we will start doing this. Every time the Browns win, we are talking about buzzballs.
Oh boy.
Browns victory buzzballs.
I'll chip in on that.
You can get them right over there at Max, literally down the street on Ridge Road. That's where I got
Nice.
these. And they have so many different flavors. So next time any of us go there, whatever, we'll pick them out for everybody. They have great flavors. This is peach. It's okay. The cranberry one I thought was very good. I had that one on Sunday while I watched the Browns game. So this was the last one I had in my fridge. And again, I was grabbing my water as I was leaving and I'm like, buzz balls,
Good
talking
segment.
about balls. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I grabbed it. So that was my idea
So
today.
every time
I
they
like
win, we will celebrate with a buzz ball.
Yes.
Okay.
The only problem that buzz balls need to work on.
You can't open it,
Yeah, I have
even when
trouble
you're not
opening it.
high.
Yeah, no, I'm sober right now. I just literally it's tight. I got it, but it's tight. So I made
She
sure
said
to shake
Tight
it up.
like a turtle.
I made sure to shake it up because that's what you do. But talking about buzz balls, Robert, you've never heard of a buzz ball, dude? I recommend googling
They're
it.
not loading on there for some reason.
They're coming in a little slow, so it's coming up on my computer.
Gotta be
But,
doing it.
Go Browns! What a great fucking win on Sunday. Let's go.
Go Browns.
Oh, there's a little bit left.
Go Browns from Jason.
Talking about
What is a
Buzz
buzz
balls.
ball?
All right, so I need to invest in some just to have them at home, so I can bring them in.
yeah, they're delicious. I think they are little.
Balls.
Like right here, this one is premium vodka with orange juice, natural peach and orange flavor, and certified color, whatever the fuck that means. But they're delicious. They have that's the peach one. They've got vodka cranberry. They make one that's like a chocolate one that's actually kind of tastes like chocolate milk.
Ugh,
It sounds gross, but it's
that's-
fucking delicious. They have a margarita. They have a shitload of flavors. Like look it up one day. They have a ton. And they're delicious. I think they're fucking good. So they have a pina colada, which I want to find that one.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen the buzz balls a lot of places. I'm always kind of weird about like
No,
the
these
little mixed drinks. the
dude, they're
little
like
malt drinks.
$3.99. They're 14% alcohol. I'm sorry, this one's 15%. $3.99,
Justin's
dude.
not
Just
making it through the show.
a quick little ripper. I'll be fine. I only had one. That's my warm up. I did that before the Browns game started on Sunday to show Tara's family because I was talking about buzz balls and they're like, "What's a buzz ball?" So before we left the house, I looked at Tara. I'm like, "Grabbing my cranberry buzz ball, I'm taking that bitch over to your cousin's house."
Buzz ball.
And then right before kickoff, I cracked it. I looked at her mom. I'm like, "Terry, this is a buzz ball." And I went to town on it. It was fucking delicious.
Can you
Julie, I
crack
wish
in it?
I had your confidence in the Browns because I did not have any faith in them over the weekend.
I
Um,
literally thought I was going to be turning on a massacre just to watch that game.
Yeah, I mean, the way I kind of looked at it was like, I told Tara, like, we'll go watch the game with your family, and then by halftime, when we're down by 20, we can leave. It's polite.
The games I can't. I said
And I had to stay for the whole fucking thing, which I'm okay with.
I said I can't watch the Browns game because every time I watch them, they lose.
Did you watch it?
I did not.
Oh shit, dude! Then I think you're done. You're not allowed to watch anymore.
Yeah, I haven't been. The 3 games I watched this season, we lost. Or 2 games.
Oh my god, we've
Yeah.
only lost
We
2.
lost-
So
yeah, 2 games I watched. We lost, so I was just like, yeah, I can't watch. Like,
So
no-
I guess keep that streak going then.
yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah.
Tim, I'll tell you all about it on Sunday then because you're not allowed to watch it.
yeah. So I just kind of like I'll peek at the score. I'll like type it in if I'm thinking about it. I was like, I'll type in the score. Like, all right, Browns are looking okay. But I didn't even look at this game. I just
No
knew
shit.
it was
Yeah,
gonna be-
dude. I'm very, very superstitious. I think you need to go with that. Jason, I did bet on this game a little bit. Nothing specific. I just took
I would assume a McCaffrey touchdown, right?
no, I didn't even do that. I did a little money line parlay, and this was just one of my picks. I took San Francisco, of course, and it backfired. But
That's one of those times you're okay losing money though.
yeah, no, 100%. As I said before, like when I picked I think I picked the Steelers to beat the Browns in week 2, and I hated doing it. But I said that's because if we win, I'm fucking okay with not getting that point. But we ended up losing, and I got a point, so I'll take it. But yeah, there was no way in hell, honestly, that I was going to bet any money on the Browns. I had no faith in them.
I still can't believe what I watched on TV. Like just watching the domination from our defense from start to almost finish. I'll talk more about that last 2-minute drive because I'm still a little confused at it. But
when PJ Walker went rogue,
but I'm also talking about where our defense kind of just let them down the field with some stupid fucking penalties. And
yeah,
I think it was kind of funny. You just like, yeah, Tim, you're done. You can't watch anything else.
You're done.
Yeah, sorry, dude. I mean, you should have never told us. That's it.
I felt like I said it last week or a week before. I said I can't watch it. Or I might have been telling my old man. I told Pops, I was like, yo, I can't watch any more Browns games because every time I watch them, like we lose. And
you know what, Tim?
I feel it. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you know what? I no longer I'm not banishing you from Browns games because since 1999, when I've been watching, we've mostly lost. So I feel like everybody kind of has that feeling of like, yeah, every time I watch, we lose. That's fucking every Sunday for the last 20 years for me. So
I mean, I've definitely watched some games that we won.
No, absolutely. I've seen a couple.
I also feel like our offense could never step on the field this Sunday, and we have a pretty good chance of winning that game. So
that's our best bet.
Yeah,
if Watson doesn't play, just punt.
Yeah,
first down punts, defense
scores touchdowns.
Yeah, just get us some turnovers. And Jason, how am I a scary gambler? I took the Niners. I think everybody in America, as Robert said, 90% of America took the Niners.
I definitely wish I'd have bet that game.
I didn't bet anything crazy. I just did not think the Browns stood a chance after watching them play, albeit with the rookie quarterback against Baltimore. We were going up against the best team in football, a complete juggernaut that I thought was going to fucking just completely bend us over a fucking barrel. And Kevin Stefanski outcoached Kyle Shanahan. I think it's safe to say that Kevin Stefanski deserves a little praise from the haters out there.
Well, I agree that Stefanski called a good game, but I also want to say that Jim Schwartz had a hell of a game plan to go against Kyle Shanahan.
Sure.
He's 9-1 now, I think. His lifetime
9-1 against Kyle Shanahan. Yeah. And held the Niners to their lowest points under Kyle Shanahan or yards or something like that. Yards.
I have never seen Trent Williams get ragdoll tossed around like he was,
and you never have because
Myles Garrett. I think, and what's funny to me is like why I think someone called it out during the week on ESPN or whatever. They're like, look, after the first drive, you saw Myles kind of get shut down a little bit.
Yeah,
and then the second drive, you saw
they went down and scored and like it was nothing.
Myles made adjustments and he was lighting that fucking offensive line up. That entire defensive line just collapsed so much on that offensive line.
Absolutely.
Brock Purdy looked like the last pick in the NFL draft.
Yeah, no, he looked worse than that.
Yeah.
The one was not Purdy.
He was not Purdy.
So my buddies and I, we were getting into a little argument. I showed them a stat that said something about Myles Garrett beating Trent Williams more in this game on Sunday than he's ever been beaten in his career. Like it was Trent Williams' worst career game on Sunday. And my buddy's like, yeah, well, the Niners were without McCaffrey and Debo.
It has nothing to do with it.
And that's what I said. I said, McCaffrey played until the fucking end of the third quarter, so he played most of the game. And Debo,
he got his ass beat though.
And then I said, and how does that have anything to do with Myles versus Trent Williams?
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? How are those correlated? And he didn't really have a rebuttal.
It's karma a little bit there. You know, your Debo starting to fucking fight before the game,
and Trent Williams. They both got hobbled. Trent Williams left with an ankle injury for a few plays, came back, did not look himself, which good, fuck him. And McCaffrey got hurt. Debo got hurt, and that's just football, dude.
Do we know who started the fight? Was it them that started it, or did we get chippy with them, or do we even know how they even started?
I really don't know. Steve, what's up, man? I don't know because I didn't leave my house because her cousin lives, no bullshit. If you know where I live, my house is here. Then there's some train tracks, not that far, like right across basically. And her cousin's house is like damn near straight across from mine, but just right over the train tracks.
Really?
So it was a 2-minute drive.
Nice.
So I left at like 12:55. We pulled out of the driveway, looped around to his house, and we were there by like 12:58. So I just walked in the basement. Game was getting ready to kick off. Done deal. I knew nothing about the fight till I checked Twitter.
Yeah. So I mean, I just saw it's the same as you. I saw it on Twitter.
They went into our defensive backs while they were warming up. Okay. Yeah. I honestly had no idea what started it.
Fuck them then. They get what they deserved.
Which it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, friend of the show. There he is, Steve Baylog. He is ready and willing. Steve, you missed some. Robert was getting kind of horny, and we weren't sure what he was talking about. And
he's trying to put some black in him.
Yeah, they were talking about having some black in me, but he identifies as black. Robert does. So again, I'm taking it as a compliment, not as an insult. So here we are.
But no, just watching that game, though, just watching our defense make the adjustments and then just not. Schwartz was not letting off. He was just
Nor
you know,
should he. I
fuck
mean,
it,
we
just
needed
go,
it.
go and go. And
Yeah.
he had no time to throw the ball. When he had time to throw the ball, it wasn't going anywhere.
Love seeing Martin Emerson, MJ Emerson, whatever you want to call him, get his first career interception.
Yes.
That was phenomenal.
Yes.
That was great.
finally. He's had a hell of a fucking season, too.
He's been a
God.
great corner since we drafted him. He is honestly going to be more than likely going to be the reason that what's his face? Greg Newsome is not a Brown in a few years. Like, he's going to be due for a contract.
Yeah.
They're going to let him walk because Emerson's that guy.
Yeah, Emerson has stepped up and shown his worth this year, and he just against a good offense, right? Coming into the game, San Francisco had a really good offense.
Oh yeah, one of the best in
And
football.
They scheme so well. Shanahan's known for schemes.
Yep.
And our defense picked up on a lot of that shit.
And that was my biggest fear going into the game because Baltimore kind of exposed us. They run a very good zone blocking run game.
Yeah.
And San Francisco does the same. So I thought San Fran's going to do that. They're going to, they're a better team than Baltimore. They're going to expose the fuck out of us. They have better running back, obviously, in McCaffrey. So I was really nervous. Like, McCaffrey's going to go off.
Especially that first drive. I'm like,
The first
fuck.
drive, they went down like it was nothing. And I was like, okay, going to be a long fucking day. And then all of a sudden we get the ball. PJ Walker throws an interception. I was like, oh, fuck, this thing's coming apart. They missed the field goal, and that was it. Brand new ball game. The Browns basically took a step back, and they were all like, let's fucking calm down. And PJ Walker credited a lot of that to Deshaun Watson. He said, or teammates did. They said that PJ Walker threw the interception, went onto the sideline, and they said Deshaun was the first guy to meet him, talked to him a little bit, calmed him down. This was like, let's go. It's still a fresh game. Like, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
get that out of your head. Forget about it. And went out there and played well.
Serviceable.
Some questionable
Serviceable.
decision making at some inopportune times. Like,
Yeah.
realistically, he could have thrown the game sealing interception in the end
Yeah,
zone on that
yeah.
second down play.
What was that call? Was that a quarterback
That was a
rush?
quarterback run.
Yeah. So why did he fucking throw it?
Because he thought somebody was open, and he said, I'm not just going to slide for the field goal. I'm going for the fucking dagger win touchdown.
Which it would have been great had it hit.
Had it hit, but it almost got intercepted.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
So that was a design run to the right to get to the
Yeah.
right hash, right? I assume.
Just
and
based
slide.
on the way that Kevin Stefanski, I don't even think it wasn't for that because it was second down. So I think it was more so just to get some extra yardage. So it was like, hey, if you can get a first down here, we'll kneel the ball, kick the field goal as time expires. And he ran up to the line and said, fuck it, and threw the ball right into the end zone.
my heart was racing. I'm like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah,
what
that
are
was
we doing?
One of the worst decisions I've ever seen. And I kind of thought, like, that's a fitting way to end this game is you have your third string quarterback
Throw the
going rogue,
Yeah.
throws an interception as we are in field goal range. Like, the game was ours to have.
hats off to our running game, 131 yards combined yards between the two of them. Ford had some big fucking runs at the end.
Especially on that last drive.
Some
Huge
big runs.
huge.
So, I mean, I don't know if he's getting more comfortable or he just finally broke one, and it is what it is. But Hunt finally showed up a little bit too. Hunt,
Yeah.
that design shovel pass to Hunt was
Yeah.
pristine. That was nice.
Oh, yeah. And Dustin Hopkins won AFC Special Teams Player of the Week. Dustin
What?
Hopkins.
A kicker of ours won something?
Yes, sir. Hey, I think Cade York won in week 1 last year, so I'm not that excited.
Well, yeah,
Isn't
dude hit like a 60-some yard
It
field
won the
goal to
game.
win the
B. Baker, baby.
Isn't the highest scoring player in our history a kicker?
Yeah, Phil Dawson. Most teams, it truly is, except for like if you have an elite quarterback. Kickers usually get a shitload of points. Like, it's an underrated stat. Like, I'm guessing Justin Tucker will end up being the highest scoring Raven of all time. It's just how it works. But yeah, no, it was a very fun game. To your Jerome Ford point, I think there are a lot of people out there that are kind of panicking and thinking like, oh, the Browns need to make some decisions at running back. They need to trade for this guy. They need to trade for that guy. In the 3 games we've played since Nick Chubb's season-ending injury, it has been the Tennessee Titans, stout run defense,
Mhm.
Baltimore Ravens, stout run defense, and the Niners, stout run defense. So before everybody goes crazy, we are playing against 3 teams who are dominant against the run. They're very good. So I'm not panicking about the run game at all.
No,
personally.
I think the run game's going to have a.
Now we get to the fun.
They're
part
going to
of
have
the
a party
schedule.
this Sunday, I think. We'll talk more about
Yeah.
it when we get to the Colts game, but I think that defense, that run defense of the Colts is not anywhere close to what they've been used to.
No,
And,
no.
and I think we're going to have some coming out parties for some certain running backs in our team, which is, I'm looking forward to it.
I agree. I think this Sunday could be very fun. I think our defense is going to finally, I mean, the number one thing the defense needs to work on, and I'm not knocking them at all. They've been fucking lights out. They're historically good. I need turnovers. I need more turnovers.
Yeah.
We got 1 on Sunday. Let's get more. And I feel like this is a good week to do it. You're going up against a career backup in Gardner Minshew. You're going up against a Colts team
He's a
that
streaky backup though, man. There's
he
days,
can
there's
be
days
great.
he looks like Aaron Rodgers. There's days he looks like Brock Purdy. So.
But I feel like with Jim Schwartz, I'm confident
Watch
in
him
this
off about
defense.
Purdy. I still like Purdy.
You're so
I'm
sad. You're so
confident.
sad.
I mean,
It wasn't a Purdy
That's the
game.
greatest fucking thing ever, too, is we have that over our heads. Is that was Brock Purdy's first career regular season loss.
Yeah.
Like he has never lost in the regular
I'm
season.
so glad that we're bragging about a Mr. Irrelevant having his first loss, but against us, which
Hey,
is crazy.
He's playing like a fucking Hall of Famer. So
But
I think we're allowed to
To
we're
your
allowed
point
to
with
be
the
excited.
defense, though, like I just don't think we're giving them time to make throws that are even catchable.
No,
sometimes.
that's the great thing
So
about
that's
it.
the turnover thing that we're not getting to. Like they're not even having time to get the ball comfortably out to a receiver.
And we're playing a high percentage of man defense in the secondary. In our
Thank
secondary with
How
Denzel
many
Ward.
years have we
Dude, we
said
talk about it all the
play
time.
man defense?
Fucking Joe Woods would not play man. He loved playing zone. We'd always be like 7 yards off the line of scrimmage, and guys were just wide open all the time.
Could you imagine?
And we didn't. I always talked about it too. We never had talent on the defensive line. It was always Myles Garrett and nobody.
They did
Now
such
we
a
have
good
guys
job.
where you have to pick and choose who you're blocking.
They
And
loaded that defensive
luck.
lineup, and the dude, I forget his name. It's losing me right now. The defensive tackle we brought in, the one that's stuffing the middle, like he's doing such a great fucking
Dalvin
job.
Tomlinson. Yeah,
He's doing such a good job just getting that middle and blocking.
yeah.
No one's going up the middle. They're going.
Maurice
around.
Hurst, great pickup that we had in the offseason, very under the radar. Oku, whatever his last name is, long as fuck, I can't even pronounce it still.
Oku,
a stud. You've got Zadarius Smith has yet to get a sack this year, but he's still killing it because he's protecting the edge, and that's all you need to do. And that's the one thing that, like, I see a lot of people. If you talk to any Steelers fan, if you post anything about, and JOK is a fucking beast. I agree with that, Robert. Any Steeler fan, if you post anything about who's the defensive player of the year, they go crazy for TJ Watt because of stats. They just look at, oh, he's got sacks, he does this, he does that. Myles Garrett is the most dominant player on the football field at any given time because of who he is as a player.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to get the stats to disrupt the game, and he shows that if you actually know how to watch film, Myles Garrett's the best defensive player in the league, hands down.
You see, he brought back the old crossover.
He did, and then same thing on the tape. He didn't do anything. He didn't touch the running back. He did nothing. But
He
him
chased it- he
clogging up
chased
the
it
middle
out of bounds.
made the running back have to go right, who then got trailed by other guys and just ran out of bounds for a gain of nothing.
Yeah.
So Myles Garrett gets zero stats. But if you actually know how to like break down tape, which Steelers fans don't, they don't know how to do anything but fuck their cousins. then you see Myles Garrett is a
Cousin
game
fuckers.
wrecker.
I'm a cousin fucker. He's a cousin fucker. We should fuck each other's cousins.
Damn, that's the official Steelers song instead of whatever they play. Whatever they play before, what is it, Renegades, it's called as a song by AC/DC or whatever. They should play Cousin Fucker. That would be much
I
better.
think it's,
Dave, you're
Renegades.
welcome. That's a free note from talking about
I
balls
think
for
it's
how to
by the
produce your show.
Sticks, I think.
Oh, they're Renegade song?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it really? I thought it was
I believe so.
AC/DC. I've never
AC/DC,
cared.
no.
The song sucks anyway.
But what was I going to say? So, no, that's the thing right there is like you have to pay attention to Myles and everyone else. I mean, and when that play that he did the crossover, he wasn't even like
He was lined up at D tackle,
Yeah,
kind of
defensive
like he was
tackle.
going rogue. He could do whatever the fuck he wants.
So they're like watching him. I'm sure the offensive line like fuck. Like they're having
Yeah.
to just try to think how they're going to block him.
Until the day TJ Watt or causes a team
Yeah, it's
to
by Sticks. Huh?
call a timeout, or did the Titans call a timeout, or did they get a delay of game on that one play where Myles
Delay
was
of
going
game.
back and forth?
Delay
It
of
was a
game,
delay
yeah.
of game. So until TJ Watt causes a delay of game because two guys have to follow him across the field,
TJ Watt doesn't move.
then you can talk to me. Exactly.
TJ Watt stays on
won't-
that
he
side.
can't play
That's
any
it.
other side.
No.
He is a pure system player. He is the Richard Sherman
Amen,
of defensive
Robert.
lines.
Amen. They still suck.
Yeah, fuck the Steelers. But if you remember Richard Sherman, they were part of the Legion of Boom. You had the great Seattle defense.
Great defense. Yeah.
However, Richard Sherman was glued to one side of the field.
Mhm.
He wasn't a guy that's going to cover your best target. He is going to play his side of the field, and that's it. So if you wanted to counter Richard Sherman,
Move your receiver.
you
over.
move your receiver over because he's not following him. That's TJ Watt.
Mhm.
Myles Garrett will play the left. He'll play the right. He'll play the middle. He'll play wherever the fuck you want him to. TJ Watt, one side.
And I think that's what Schwartz has given him is the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want
And
to
he's
do.
having his best career year.
Like if you feel you want to move to the defensive tackle or just
Yeah.
come in between the tackle and the left guard or the left end, go for it.
I feel like it's a lot of it's designed. Jim Schwartz kind of
Sure.
knows, like, all right, I feel like they're calling this, so we're going to take a chance, and I want you lined up here to counter that. And it's working. Jim Schwartz
who's
is the
running
best
our
addition.
defense? Is it Walker?
Yeah, Anthony Walker is more than likely our defensive leader, like our defensive quarterback, if you will.
Okay.
I would think him
Okay.
or potentially Juan Thornhill. I know Thornhill did it in Kansas City, so I'm not entirely sure who's doing it here. I would just assume because of seniority of who's been on the team longer, it would be Anthony Walker.
Did you see the Browns defense come out with the boombox?
Yeah, I love that.
That they're fucking. They were
did it
mocking
after the game, right?
Yeah, they did it after
Yeah.
because they were mocking
To
San
talk shit. I
Francisco.
loved it. I love
It's
every
'cause
second
San
of that.
Francisco always does that
Yep.
for their defense. I was like, "There's no way this is happening. This is fucking amazing.
We're officially like,
We're that defense."
I don't want to get ahead of myself.
I know. Colts are going to drop 50 this weekend.
That's what I'm worried about. No, I'm not. At this point, it's been 6 games, and I'm sorry, 5. It's been 5 games,
number 1 defense in the league.
and they're head and shoulders number 1. Like if you look at the stats, it's fucking insane. Like we've given up like 50.
We're doing
first downs.
historical numbers
Yeah.
this year.
The second team in terms of first downs is the Cowboys, and they had 81 before Monday night.
Yeah.
So like we were already beating them by 30 first downs, and then
Who
they
was that
still had to
comment?
play another game. Like it's pure dominance. What is the comment there? Is that Steve? It's got a highlight over it. There we go. Defensive statistics the Browns are displaying this year are insane. I could literally spend a whole show. Dude, I agree. Like I was looking it up, and they are doing things that haven't been done in 50 years in the NFL. It's fucking crazy. I love every second of
It's
it.
mind-boggling. So then, of course, now
But it's irritating.
now you're starting to see the chance of people are like, oh, Schwartz is going to leave us next year. Schwartz is going to leave us next year, whatever. I'm pretty positive, and I'd have to go back and find this, but I'm pretty positive Schwartz has come on and says, I don't want a head coaching job. Like I'm
He said
comfortable.
He said he's got health issues. His thyroid is
Yeah.
a problem. He said years ago he found out that his thyroid. He says his thyroid went kaput, whatever that means. And
doesn't
Micah
work.
Parsons. Yeah, so whatever. Like I don't know exactly like how bad he is, like condition wise, but he has come out and said that like he has health issues. He's not interested in being a head coach. So I feel like he's here to stay.
I think so too.
as long as we keep this
Well,
core
because
intact.
people just assume that because he's doing so well, he's going to be picked. But I think he
Yeah.
wants to be a coordinator. Like he
Yeah.
knows that his writing's all over that defense.
It's like Sandy Alomar. Sandy Alomar loves being in Cleveland, loves being.
I can't believe he didn't want to interview.
He
for
loves
that.
being a coach. And then they're like, hey, do you want to manage your job? And he's like, nah, I'm
Nah.
good. I'm all set.
But because I think they've already come out and said you're staying no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
you're
He's
on the
like,
team.
yeah, you have a job. You're secure no matter who we hire. And he's like, I'm fine right here. I don't need to do anything else.
Yeah, that's.
I love that. And yeah, same thing like you said with Schwartz. I love that.
I hope that's what it means. I hope it's here to stay because you know what's going to happen next year now is defensive free agents.
they're going to want to play with this guy.
I'll be like, I'll take a cut. I
Yeah,
want to
I'll
complain.
come for
at
league minimum
defense.
to play with this fucking dude to get.
Fuck yeah.
And the other thing too is he's been in the league forever. He has a Super Bowl ring. He's got it all. He is having somehow. This is the best defense he's ever coached.
Yeah.
Statistically. So maybe that does entice him even more to be like, I'm going to stay in Cleveland because that fucking talent is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to
they're
go to
all
the Hall
young.
of Fame as a defensive coordinator
And they're
because
all
of this
young.
team.
And they're
Yeah.
all young,
So
which is crazy.
I love it. I'm so fucking
But
excited
hey,
for
fuck
Sunday.
yeah, fuck the 49ers. I'm so glad we
We
won.
are heading into the quote unquote, it's the NFL. Every team is good. Every player is paid to be the best they can be. But we are heading into the quote unquote easy part of our schedule. So I'm very excited for the future. And I think next Thursday or next Wednesday, I'm sorry, I don't even know what day it is. Oh, wait, no, because we're doing spoiler alert. Are we allowed to tell everybody?
Yeah, we can. Why not? We can peel back the curtain a little bit.
We'll peel back the curtain. So we're recording on Monday next week. So our show will be aired live Wednesday. So unfortunately for
Well,
everybody,
recorded Wednesday.
actually, do you want to just go live on Monday so we can talk to everybody? And then Tim could just play it again on Wednesday night.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Are we breaking contract?
All right.
Let's fucking do it.
So you guys are hearing it now. We're
we're doing it live.
We're going live on Monday night next week. We'll do. It's actually a pretty good Monday night football game. So let's do.
We'll turn the TV on. Wait, oh, that one over there.
All right, perfect. Good call, Kyle. No, I can watch it on my phone, I guess. I did that during
I
Steel
could,
City
I
Running
could bring a
Lanes.
TV.
Hey, we got internet. We can put it right there.
Oh shit, dude! I do have a smart TV
Yeah.
that's got fucking
Yeah.
I didn't
Put it
think
right
about
there.
that. We do have internet now. Okay, never mind. Crisis averted. No, I want that. I'm telling Dave. Dave, bring me a fucking TV for Monday. I want that done. But no, so we're gonna do our show on Monday because next Wednesday is actually my 4-year wedding anniversary. So I am not going to be able to do a show. I don't think Tara would be too pleased with me if I said, "Sorry, hon, can't do dinner. I'm gonna go
Happy
do my
wife,
show."
happy life. We get it.
And I also just want to go eat some good food. So I don't know where we're going yet, but we're going somewhere. But yeah, so next Wednesday is my anniversary. So Monday we are doing our show and we're going to do it then. So for those of you watching at home, spread the word, tell everybody. And I look forward to all of you at home. What I want from you guys, here's what I want. I don't know how this works, but I want to start doing more shit on social media. So I want everybody to
Like we starting OnlyFans?
Yeah, I want everyone to send Kyle.
He's gonna have some black in him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone send. No, this is for Kyle. Everyone send Kyle a picture of your butthole, and we will put it on our Talking About Balls OnlyFans.
Actually, if you just send me a picture of your butthole, we'll play the guessing game.
Oh, I like that.
Of whose butthole?
Whose butthole is it? Tonight at 11. But really, though, what I want from everybody is next Monday. Dub, what's up, dude? Thank you for checking in.
Wellington.
So our new thing is talking about Buzzballs after the Browns win. And hopefully I get a sponsorship from Buzzballs. That'd be fucking sick. But what we're going to do is I want everybody that's a fan of Talking About Balls, that's a fan of drinking, that's a fan of Buzzballs,
Get a
to
buzzball.
film yourself drinking a Buzzball in honor of the Browns winning. We're going to make this a new thing for the Browns. I want this to be the Browns' official fucking celebration.
I feel like we
If
should.
it's pegged, it's Justin.
Steve pegged me pretty well on that quote or that comment there.
Ooh. So I feel like we should get like some like cheap, like print them out and just wrap it around it so it has like a Talking About Buzzball like logo on it when we drink them.
That's fire.
I feel like when we get our sponsorship with Buzzballs, I'll tell them and they're going to
Have
make a
our own,
special
like,
Talking About
Reach out
Buzzballs
to them.
flavor. Oh, I'm emailing them for sure, Tim.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
bet your ass.
You should.
But for right now, while we wait for our official sponsorship, for those of you at home that want to partake in this with us, I implore all of you to do it. Grab yourself a Buzzball from the store. After we beat the Colts' ass on Sunday, spoiler alert for the end of the episode,
Mind you, the last time we were
I
this,
want everybody to film yourself chugging a Buzzball, send it to us on social media, and here's the deal. Here's what we'll do. We will play them. We'll play your video on our show.
you don't drink, Robert. Get the fuck out of here.
Robert, you can dump yours out and you can fill it with water. But at
That's
least
what I was just
pretend
gonna
it's-
say.
Pretend it's fucking full, dude.
But he fucking drinks. Sober.
Hell yeah, Dub's getting a Buzzball, dude. Buzzballs are good, and again, they have so many different flavors. They have margarita, they have pina colada. I drank it's called Peach Balls with a Z, because
I'll
Buzzballs
give
does
you,
have a
I'll
Z.
give you some peach balls.
I got
I do
peach
shave.
fuzz
I
on
do
my balls.
Peachy balls.
So I want everyone to do that. That's going to be our new thing. Talking about Buzzballs. When the Browns win, we're fucking chugging
I
one.
kind of like this idea.
It's such a better.
Are you gonna reach out?
celebration.
You're gonna reach out to Buzzballs?
Oh, I'm doing that for sure. No question about it. I'm gonna send them a link to this episode and say, here's what I do with your product. I'm gonna fucking push this shit, and I think they're gonna love it.
You're gonna participate in this Buzzball thing.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah!
So I want to throw on a record now. The last time Justin was this excited about us beating the ass of some team, we lost.
I was also so fucked up. I didn't know what planet I was on. So
we got
that's a little
our
different.
asses clapped by the Titans the next day. So
In my defense, Baker was our quarterback. Best flavor. That's a good question, Jason. I really don't know. So for
I'm
me
excited to try that cranberry.
I haven't had a lot of them. The cranberry, it really tasted like just a sea breeze, like a vodka cranberry. That was all it tasted like with
what are you? in your
heavy
period?
vodka
You got a
though.
fucking
Like it
cranberry?
had a heavy alcohol taste, which I like because you're drinking one that's
Planet Buzzball.
15% alcohol or whatever. So for me right now, I would probably say, because I haven't had the other flavors in a while. I've tried the margarita, I've tried the pina colada, and I've tried the chocolate milk one, whatever the fuck that one's called.
I don't think I want that.
That's
one.
just a thick one. You know,
That's not bad, dude. And hey, we're the Browns. Get a brown little buzzball, kind of cool, kind of perfect.
You know how I fart all day in the station?
I feel like Tim, you got a bag of chips in front of you. I'm not worried about your buzzball diet. Let's be honest. I feel like that's not the reason you have diarrhea and you're farting. I don't think we're gonna blame
I'm not gonna-
buzzballs.
It's
Could you-
unopened.
Tim, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're sitting at least 7 feet away from me, maybe.
Yeah.
When you farted earlier, I felt it over in my seat.
Yeah. So you've never had a buzzball in your life, and you farted earlier and shook the room. You have stunk up entire rooms, and again, you've never had a buzzball. So I don't think we
I'm
can
just talking
start
about the
blaming the
chocolate one.
buzzball.
I'm just talking about the chocolate one.
I think you might
Chocolate
love it.
milk one or whatever.
Well, they
it
wouldn't-
is.
it's not real milk. They wouldn't be able to leave it out on a counter because it's all you buy them warm, so you put them in a fridge. So it's definitely
Yeah, I
not
think I'm
milk.
gonna have to get the cranberry one. Sounds pretty.
So they have. I was at Max the other day, right down the street here on Ridge Road, and I got 2 peach and I got 1 cranberry, and that was all I bought. I don't remember if I saw the pina colada or maybe I just didn't get it, but the pina colada was good from what I remember. The margarita was fantastic. The chocolate one was good. They had an eggnog flavor, which I like eggnog. I kind of want to try.
Maybe,
like eggnog.
maybe for a holiday special. We'll do
Getting
that.
closer to Christmas, that could be the one that I fuck with.
the holiday games.
And they also make, which I'm not ready to. We have they make one for the Super Bowl or a playoff win buzzball. They have giant jumbo buzzballs, they're called, where they're like twice the size.
Oh,
but those are for playoff wins. We're gonna reserve those for playoff wins,
Yeah.
boys. All right, let's pump the
because
brakes.
that's going to be a little bit more than a shot.
They do have a chili mango. I have never seen a blueberry, Steve, but that's got me fucking rock hard right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love blueberry flavored stuff. I did see the chili mango, but I heard it's a little spicy, and I don't like spicy things, so I'm kind of nervous on that one.
Ball with no shirt on. I like it.
Dude, I love it, Robert. Honestly, for anyone
I
watching,
didn't take my shirt off at your comedy show at your house. Huh?
if the Browns
Oh,
win,
missed opportunity.
I want everyone to film themselves doing the buzz ball. Or if you guys just want to do it with us, we're going to do our buzz balls during the show on Monday. That's what we do, a celebratory buzz ball for the Browns.
if we win. If we win.
After we win. You heard it here first,
We're
everybody.
fucked.
Jason, you want to know what I'm gambling on this weekend? It's fucking my lead pipe lock of the week. The Cleveland Browns are going to win. Assuming Deshaun Watson plays, I'm kind of skeptical if PJ Walker
Ask him
starts
how his
again.
lock of the weeks have done the last 2 weeks, though.
My picks worked. I didn't do this. The Niners weren't my lead pipe
Oh,
lock. I
okay.
forgot which
That
one
was
was my lead
mine.
pipe
That
lock.
was yours. That's right.
I
That's
picked
right.
I picked the spread for my thing, but I picked a different game as my lead pipe block.
Is
and I
that
think I
Gold
worked.
Dust's theme song right there?
No, it's just
I think it was. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, God. Ooh.
I do kind of like that. It makes me kind of randy.
Makes me
Randy,
go back
baby.
in time and think about a better time. You
Yes,
just look
Jason,
back.
we're on the same team this week, dude. Let's fucking go. Last week, the defense proved to me that they are elite, and we are going to win some football games because of them. But with that being said, we are officially going to get more into the show because it's 8 o'clock. So why not?
That was the semi BS, semi Browns Niners recap.
That's
So
just
we're
us
good.
having fun. The
It's
Browns
called-
won.
It's
It's
called
fun.
flow. It's called flow.
Last week, the Browns didn't play. They had a bye week, so we had nothing to talk about. The week before, or before that one, they had gotten their asses kicked by the Ravens. I didn't really want to talk about that one too much. So now we actually have something to celebrate, have fun. We're fucking pounding buzz balls. And again, I want to be a man here. I'm going to be an adult. I want to apologize to my co-hosts here because I did not have buzz balls ready for them. Because again, as I was leaving my house tonight, I grabbed it as I was packing my bag, and it was probably 6:32, give or take, when I was pulling out of my driveway. I did not have time to stop up here for everybody or stop over there.
Tim, there's no liquor in the studio. Not at all.
it's like a Bojangles or something in the refrigerator.
It's not the same. It's talking about buzz balls, not talking about Bojangles. So we're not doing
Isn't
that.
Bojangles a fucking restaurant? What are you talking about?
Yeah, but it's like a drink. It's like a hard tea or something like that. I never drank it.
Okie dokie.
Somebody brought
Enjoy.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm all set. I am all set. I do not want any of that.
DoorDash
I'll drink it, I
Buzz Balls,
just
that'd be
haven't
hilarious.
drank
Dude, we could do fucking Grizzly or Drizzly. It's called
No,
Drizzly.
We can
I
do
bet they it.
fireballs.
There's Fireball here.
No, none here.
Well,
Oh,
fuck,
you mean
dude?
talking about Fireball?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying we could drink Fireball if there's no Buzzball. Buzzballs are better. But I mean,
Buzz balls are. We'll always find buzz balls. Trust me. Trust me. They sell them everywhere, and they're fucking delicious. Honestly, I really do enjoy them. It's a fun little like the key to being an adult, and even when you're younger, what was the number one thing you tried to do before you went out for a night?
Masturbate.
Facts.
Well, that's true. You got to clean the pipes. But before you master, well, it could be before or after, or even during. What else did you try to do?
Well, try to get your buzz on.
Pre-game.
Yeah,
Yeah, everyone
absolutely.
pre-games. Buzzball is all that in one little compact. And look at this.
I love the fact that you're already writing your own script for the ad that we're going to read eventually.
Look at it.
I like it.
It's a little perfect little. And also, if you want to,
This is the
It's-
episode he's going to show them, by the way.
and it's good for the environment because then you put a little fucking you clip on there. And it's
Hey, it's an ornament.
Christmas ornament. Hey everybody, 'tis the season. Here we go.
I
Look
think
at
that
that.
15% kicked in. We're feeling pretty good over here.
I'm just having fun.
You do slam it. So
I did. I don't think you're supposed to chug it. I think you're supposed to kind of sip on it, but I chug mine because I'm celebrating. But no, I'm just having a good time. I'm trying to submit commercial ideas right now so we get this fucking sponsorship, Kyle.
No,
Stop
I
talking,
like it.
man.
No, I like it. I'm not trying to
Um,
cock block you on the sponsorship. I like
But
it.
it's
yeah,
just funny.
everyone-
He's just calling you out
Everyone
on it.
wants to pregame. That's your number one thing that you try to do.
So you're saying one buzz ball and you're good to go.
I mean, I would one or two even. You could fuck with two. Depends on what time you're going out. Like if it's 7 o'clock and you're not leaving till 9, then fuck yeah, you got time for a couple.
2 balls and you'll be buzzed.
Two
So-
balls, you put them together, right about you just go to town on that.
Did she don't like
Think about it. Two, you tickle a little bit, but you got 2 balls.
You
just
got to
put 'em right up to your
fondle the
mouth.
2 balls.
I'm damn right. I'm trying hard,
We are
Robert. I
going
want
hard
fucking
in the paint
sponsorships,
for
bro.
the
I love
sponsorship.
sponsorships.
We should have
I'm
somebody
a pure sellout.
make a buzzball sculpture out of make the 2 balls and then the T at the top. I just feel like it'd be
I'm
great.
gonna make the buzz ball fucking marketing department make me that when they officially sign us as a group here. We're all getting that. We're gonna have fucking truckloads of BuzzBalls being backed up at our front doors, gentlemen.
I like this.
That's what we're going for. That's the end game here.
Christmas is coming early with some BuzzBalls.
Speaking of Christmas, ornament, you can hang it up. Look at that. It writes itself. It writes itself.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so sad if we don't get the sponsorship.
Yeah, so am I. It's probably not gonna happen. I don't even want money. I just want free BuzzBalls. If they were like, hey, if you promote us, I'll give you a fucking pallet of BuzzBalls a month. Deal.
Done.
Or like a box. I don't want to say pallet. I don't need a fucking pallet of them. That's
I'm sure
ridiculous.
there's people who come hard after them because I mean BuzzBalls on every
yeah, that's true. If they gave us one pallet for the whole show, that's plenty.
I feel like this is right up BuzzBall's alley because they sponsor lowly things anyways.
They want
because
people that are just having a good time.
They're on every fucking Spirit airline too.
Are they really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No shit. I did not know that.
Spirit Airline, if you look at their menu, you open their menu, it's like, would you like to have a Budweiser, a Bud Light?
What are they charging?
Vodka, a BuzzBall, $6, I think.
That's it?
Yeah.
Dude, they're fucking $4
Yeah.
at the store. That's not
Yeah.
bad at all, dude. If I knew that, I've taken Spirit 100 times. I would be pounding these fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. BuzzBalls are great. Even if they don't end up sponsoring us, I'm still doing the talking about BuzzBalls. I love it. I think it's excuse me, a great fucking segment. It's fun. And again, I want everyone in the audience. I want you guys all chugging BuzzBalls and filming it and sending it to us. I think it's fun as fuck.
Absolutely.
Yeah, free liquors. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want them to sponsor me. But what a great idea talking about BuzzBalls. I was so fucking stoked when I
like
thought
this.
of that.
I like the epiphany you got. Like, boom.
It really clicked. I was filling up my water bottle and I'm sitting there. We got the Brita pitcher thing in the fridge. So I'm filling up. I'm holding the bottle.
And we can call our BS segment
sitting
the
there.
talking about BuzzBall segment.
Oh, I like that. Because what are we doing? We're just talking
fucking
shit. We're talking about BuzzBalls.
We'll do our shot to start the day for the win, and then we'll go into our BS segment.
I like it. The show always starts with a BuzzBall after a win. But I didn't want to come in too hot today because you guys didn't even know that I was going to do that.
That's right.
segment.
We're on board.
So now that we know, the show after a win will always start.
On board. We were always on board. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
we
alcohol.
don't really need many reasons to pound fucking good tasting booze. I do think personally, this isn't even just marketing.
Also
I think it's
pound
good.
bad tasting booze too, so it's okay.
Yeah, that shit from Chicago. That stuff's garbage.
My lord.
That's the one
Pound some
company.
tequila.
If they ever came to us for sponsorship, I would turn it
Have
down.
you ever had a Mexican Hitler before?
I'm interested.
It's just half tequila, half Jaeger.
Oh,
Oof.
I'm not interested.
No.
I've never.
Those are literally the two alcohols that I don't drink.
I've never.
liquor,
So
whatever they're called.
I've never heard of this. So we always when I try to mix shit together because it's disgusting. Just try it anyways. And
you do that for fun?
Yeah, why not? You know?
Sounds horrible.
Hey, I get tased for fun sometimes because that's what I do and lose bets. It just happens.
Yeah, you got taste because you lost the bet.
Yeah,
It wasn't
I
for fun.
I also eat a
Second one
fucking
was for fun.
hot chip for fun and lose a bet, so it's okay.
I have a theory that I can.
At least you
take
didn't lose
a
your
tase.
life like that other kid.
Yeah, ooh, it's true.
What's up? What's
All
your
I
theory?
think I could take a taser.
You think so?
I think I
I
could.
think you could. I think you could.
I think you're good too. I think you can handle it.
I don't want to die, but you know.
But anyways,
That's my worry. No offense to him, but like,
yeah,
I don't want to fucking up your heart.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden you get like a murmur or whatever. Like afterwards,
I'm
like I'd
okay.
feel
I mean,
really fucking
because
bad.
then we'd have to have somebody else produce our show, and that's not going to be fun.
And honestly, Redline is out of producers, so
Yeah. It's like spin the wheel.
I wouldn't want you to have to leave Redline for health reasons, Tim. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
But anyways, so dirty Sanchez.
I hope
no.
Tim caught that. I
The,
think Tim
uh,
did.
Right. I did.
the Falorts, yes, Malort with Fernet mixed together.
No, I just figured a Falort is when you fart in a shot of Malort and
Have you
to
ever
make
had-
it taste better.
You ever had Fernet before?
It sounds familiar. What is it?
It's not this. It's disgusting. It's like a liquor NyQuil basically.
Oh no, I don't want it.
So we took that, we mixed it
Like
with
it tastes like
Malorts.
NyQuil or it puts you to sleep?
No, it just tastes like a weird
Okay.
aftertaste of NyQuil.
Gotcha.
But we mixed it with Malorts, shook it together, and poured out shots and did that. And you just want to punch yourself in the balls afterwards. That's how bad it was.
Dub said a taser. That's white people shit.
Well, all right, Dub. I'm gonna tell you my theory of why I think I can handle a tase. You know, when a girl is sucking you off and you finish and you kind of want her to stop because it's like, oh, it's a hard sensation to take if she keeps going after you nut.
It really
Yeah.
is.
I think I can handle a taser because I can handle that.
Okay. Hey, honestly, that's fair. That's probably the closest comparison for a taser you could think of, dude. That's actually not bad. That makes sense. You like kind of like shiver a little bit, like
Yeah.
you want to tip over, but you're like, hey, stay up.
Right.
That's actually
So I
never thought
think
of
you
it
should
that way.
one up yourself on that one. So then while you're doing that and she's doing that too, you just tase yourself.
She's gonna get tased too, but she's gonna bite.
Right
I'm
behind,
okay. I'm okay.
And there's you're gonna get your dick bit off.
right behind the neck. Boom.
There's fucking electricity and liquid involved, technically. So she's
gonna.
that could be a fucking disaster.
gonna
Tim's
choke.
dick would just blow up.
Oh no.
So that's not a good analogy at all.
I mean, I think it's pretty fair. I just literally just pictured Tim getting his dick sucked and everything, and having a little shaky legs down there.
When we sign our next contract and we start talking about balls after dark, we're gonna have Tim getting a blowjob in the corner and then getting tased and be like, which one felt different, Tim? It's science.
They were the same.
It's for science.
I feel like in the future, it's going to be this show is going to be nothing but just like a 30-minute segment on sports. The rest is going to be pre-show BS, post-game after dark segment. That's all it's going to be.
I'm honestly okay with that. I am honestly okay with that. My goal has always been to do a Howard Stern type sports show. So if sports is 20 minutes and the rest is just Tim getting his dick sucked and tasing people, that's fucking right up my alley, dude. That's exactly what I wanted.
We'll
to
do a
so.
round the horn pause and world sports, real quick, serious conversation. Then we'll come back to the fun stuff.
And like we'll mix it in all seriously.
It
We'll
was
be like,
definitely a hard
well, the
pause.
Browns lose this weekend to the Steelers. And in other news, Tim's getting his dick sucked in the corner. Let's go live. Breaking news.
All you see is me.
And it's just like, oh, zoom in. We have a special camera. Tim's cum face, and it's just. I love it. I love it, dude. The shit writes itself. But speaking of breaking down NFL scores, let's do
week
it.
6. The transition was perfect.
Flawless victory. We will really quickly recap week 6 because we got a lot of show left to get to. So Thursday night football, the Broncos lose to the Chiefs 19-8. At one point, it did look like the Broncos weren't even going to score. Russell Wilson, I think at halftime had like fucking 50 yards passing. I started him in one of my fantasy leagues. Did not end well. And that's only because I have Deshaun Watson, who obviously wasn't playing. So
I'd like to say that Tay was in attendance as well.
kind of got fucked on that one. Yeah, she was. Taylor Swift was in attendance.
Being the good girlfriend that she is.
She only skipped, I think, the Vikings game. She didn't go to.
Yeah, because who wants to go to Minnesota?
I agree. I think that's awesome. I feel like that's very, very bad for like her future tours. I wonder if like
didn't realize this, but her lead singer, her lead backup dancer, like some I forget his name. His brother is Travis Kelce's brother, like a teammate on the Chiefs. Like they play.
oh really?
Yeah. So like
No shit.
yeah, Taylor's backup
I
dancer.
wonder if that's how they met.
So that's the theory they're buying into. A little Taylor Swift news. That's
I
the
like
theory they're
that.
buying into is that they've been together longer than people know because they maybe connected that way. But yeah, the lead backup dancer, like he's a gay black man, whatever. He's really, really good dancer.
Okay.
His brother is an NFL lineman. So he's
Jackson Mahomes.
not him.
Oh,
Not him. But anyway, so that's my little bit of information.
I did not know that. Fun fact right there.
Fun.
Robert, so I won more than 50% of my picks. When do I come on the show? Robert, unfortunately, I was under the influence of bath salts last week, so that doesn't that's not valid. And we're talking to you right now. That counts, right? I don't know. We'll schedule that.
We'll schedule a time for you to be on.
We'll figure it out. You're welcome to be on the show. The one big thing. So email Dave.
Me, I'm the big thing.
Message Dave Wallencheck at Redline Radio. Tell him he needs to get the fucking desk ready because when the desk is ready, you can come sit with us on the desk. That's the only time you're allowed on the show. Sorry.
Because right now you just be sitting on our laps. And
We already got a great setup. Tim and I sit next, or Kyle and I sit next to other. Tim is in the middle, and we just don't have room for a fourth, unfortunately. So
until we get to desk setup.
That's because I took all the room.
and that's because we don't want anybody taking Tim's space. Tim gets his own box, and I will not.
The only
I will not
challenge,
accept
the
anybody
only
else
challenge,
being on the
Robert.
screen.
The last time we had someone from that group of friends, they fell asleep on the show.
He did.
We need to make sure you stay awake for the entire show.
Oh, actually, now Robert is banned from being on the show because he couldn't get our show name right in that comment. Golf God on Talking with Balls. You can go be on Talking with Balls, Robert, because that's not this fucking show name. So you're out.
Yes, Jared. It's Jared. And we do talk with balls. I have balls. You have balls. He has balls.
Yeah, if you come
He
on,
likes his tase while he's getting blown.
If you can,
And the balls you're talking with are Butts balls.
if you can stay awake for the entire episode, you did better than Jared. I'll tell you that. That was a great episode, though. I had a really fucking good time.
Amazing.
Moving around the NFL again, 19-8 Chiefs win. 24-16 in, I think they were in Germany.
They were last game in London. Then they go to
That one
Germany.
was in London? Okay.
Yes.
Ravens beat the Titans 24-16. Ryan Tannehill hurt. Looks like Malik Willis will be the starting quarterback for now, at least, for the Tennessee Titans. Commanders beat the Falcons 24-16. Both those teams suck.
I rode with you, Dub.
Called it.
Called it.
Yeah. He tried. Yeah, Arthur Smith. I'm not even blaming Arthur Smith, Dub, to be honest. We could talk about that a little bit if you want to break down the Falcons. Their biggest problem is they need to find a quarterback. They have a good, talented team. Desmond Ridder is just not a good quarterback. I've always said this, and this was about, it goes back to Baker Mayfield and the Browns. You're only as good as your quarterback can take you. And Desmond Ridder is not good, unfortunately. So they need to figure out the QB situation. And I think Atlanta will be just fine. So I know you don't want to hear it, but at 3-3, it might be time to put on the tank mode. Go after that quarterback in the offseason. I don't know who's going to be available, so you might have to draft one.
Did you see what the number one potential quarterback?
Caleb Williams looked like dog
No.
shit.
Yeah, go Notre Dame, by the way. Did you see what he said, though? That if the team that gets drafted, he drafts him or whatever, he wants part ownership of.
Is that real?
I've seen it on 3 different posts today from 3 different, I would say, believable sources.
Well, I don't know. Then he needs to discuss it with his boss because Notre Dame owned him on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I don't think he has any fucking say.
Yeah.
No, I agree, Dub. Desmond Ridder is just not a good quarterback. So I think that's a big issue. You guys have Tyler Henneke as your backup. Tyler Henneke.
Roll with Henneke.
If they really wanted to win, which the NFC South is trash, if you really wanted to win the division,
Baker's in that division.
emphasis on trash.
On trash, right?
Emphasis on trash. So you need to.
I just set him up, man. He does not.
You need to go with Tyler Henneke because then you have a good chance of winning that division. I mean, I forgot the record. Tampa Bay is now they're 3-2. You're right there. You're neck and neck in that division. You go with Tyler Henneke. He has proven he can win when he was with Washington. He's a much better quarterback than Desmond Ridder. The longer you keep going with Desmond Ridder, the worse it's going to be for Atlanta. So I would say get rid of him immediately. Moving along, though, the Vikings do take care of the Bears. Justin Fields gets hurt. He's going to be out a couple of weeks, it looks like, with an injury.
Poor
Tim is
Justin
falling asleep.
Fields.
We got to keep Tim awake.
No, I'm not.
Just yell things at him. Tim. Just kidding. The Seahawks lose to the Bengals 17-13. I did not see this game because I was obviously watching the Browns game, but I saw, just really quickly checking my phone, the Seahawks were in the red zone like twice in the last 5 minutes of a 17-13 game. How the fuck did they not win? I don't understand. I'd have to go back and watch. I didn't watch a second of the game. Strictly looking at quick things from like the ESPN app, it showed them in the red zone multiple times, and I was like, okay, they're going to win the game. And then later I went back fourth quarter, like a minute to go in the red zone. I'm like, okay, maybe they'll win it here. And then all of a sudden I see the bottom line go, Bengals 17-13. How the fuck do you not win that game? I don't know. Browns obviously upset the Niners 19-17. The Texans, CJ Stroud beats up on the Saints. They are both 3-3, 20-13. The Texans win. The Colts lose 37-20. Obviously, Gardner Minshew will be the starting quarterback for the Colts. We'll talk about that later. Anthony Richardson has opted to have season-ending shoulder surgery today.
He was here for a cup of coffee, and he's gone.
And he wasn't even that great. He had about 50% completion
He
percentage.
does have a pretty
That is
cool
terrible.
touchdown celebration, though. The old 360 dunk.
Yeah, well, we won't be seeing that for a while. 37-20, the Jaguars win. The Jaguars are 4-2. They play tomorrow on Thursday Night Football. Trevor Lawrence, something to keep an eye on, knee injury. One thing I will say that's kind of different, quick squirrel moment for me,
Squirrel.
but it's related. It's related. It's football. I now I find myself watching random games, and I only root for NFC teams now
Why?
because the Browns are good. So I
I
need
see.
all AFC teams to fucking lose.
To lose.
So when I'm watching Sunday Night Football, I was like, go Giants. It was a close game. I hope Tyrod Taylor throws this game-winning touchdown. They didn't, but and then Monday Night Football, Chargers, same thing. Chargers are a potential wild card team standing in our way. I was rooting for the Cowboys.
I
I think
cannot
Browns
believe
fans, we have to do
the
this rally around
mismanagement
everybody.
of that clock and that end of the first half for the
That
Giants.
is classic. Brian Daboll, head coach of the Buffalo Bills, in Kyle's multiverse. He was a coach there, so I'll give you credit. He was their offensive coordinator for a little bit.
I was only half wrong.
Dolphins beat up on the Panthers. The Panthers are 0-6, the only winless team in the league. 42-21, Dolphins win.
But Adam Thielen's having himself a fantasy year.
He is. I mean, garbage points are points. The Las Vegas Raiders and Josh McDaniels do beat the
Did not see that happen.
leader. I didn't see the
Patriots.
Patriots being this fucking bad. They're 1-5. They are terrible. I did
I
not
think
realize
I
they'd
picked the
be this
Raiders,
bad.
didn't I?
You did. You were the only one. Kyle and I picked New England. You picked the Raiders. So kudos to you for that.
Doesn't matter.
The Lions beat up on Baker Mayfield, whose fourth pass of the day was an interception because he's not very good. 20-6.
I happened to catch that because when they cut off away from the game and went
Perfect
to the,
timing.
went
As
over
soon
to
as
that
it came
game,
on, interception.
interception. Like,
Because I was watching it with my
oh!
father-in-law, who's still a Baker bro, and it started. And as soon as it happened, I'm like, "Hey, Mike, your boy, there's Baker."
because he was wearing that orange.
No, it's because he's not good. It's because he's playing a good defense. His number one thing I've always tried to tell people is when he faces a legitimate team, he sucks. And no one wanted to hear that. Who has he lost to and looked like shit against? The Lions and the Eagles. Who has he played really well and looked good against? The Vikings, the fucking Bears. And I forgot who else they played, but it was a shit team. I can assure you that. So that's classic Baker. The Cardinals lose to the Rams 26-9. The Cardinals stink. Kyler Murray, quick little chat, little nugget. He is expected to return to practice this week. So he might be playing for the Cardinals when we end up facing them.
Did you say little nugget?
Yeah,
He's a little nuggy.
That's his nickname. But a little nugget of info is what I meant. But
so here's the thing, though. Do you play him or you trade him?
I think they play him because I think the Cardinals are I don't think, you're not going to get anything for him. Nobody wants this little injury prone
bag of chips and some.
And his contract is fucking ridiculous. A guy who is known, it's out there that he doesn't really like watch tape or study. He is not very good. He's very undersized, can't stay healthy, and he's making a shitload of money. Easier said than done to trade.
Manziel School of Hard Learning.
And he got a second contract though, so he's better than Johnny Manziel in that aspect.
Very true.
But he's expected to be back he's in the 21 day window after being allowed to practice today. So the Cardinals have 21 days to activate him, which means he could be eligible to play against the Browns. I forget when we play the Cardinals, but it's only in a few weeks. Somebody could look that up really quick. The Browns schedule. I know we play the Cardinals. I just forgot when. The Eagles lose to the Jets. Speaking of upsets, there are no undefeated teams left in the NFL. 5-1 Eagles now after losing 20-14. Jalen Hurts looked like shit. Robert Saleh also kind of pissed off everybody in the NFL. I don't know if you saw what he said.
No, I didn't see what he said.
He said the Jets defense is so good that they've embarrassed every quarterback they faced this year.
I've heard that they've gone through whatever run of quarterbacks or some shit like that.
And he said we have embarrassed every quarterback we faced. And
please.
And then Dak Prescott was like, did you though? Because I put up fucking 40 on you. He didn't say that, but
should have.
But most fans on social media made sure to say, "Did you?" And they put up Dak
What's
Prescott's
your thoughts?
stats.
Speaking of the Jets, what's your thoughts on this? The Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Miraculous comeback here.
I don't think he's ready to come back. I think he is such a don't forget about me kind of guy that he has to keep himself in the media because he's worried that they're going to forget about him. He's worried they haven't talked about him. Taylor Swift is the new cream of the crop. Zach Wilson's actually playing. I won't say good. He's playing okay. And I mean, again, he was the number 2 pick in the draft. So a lot of people are like, Zach Wilson's actually playing okay. He was the number 2 pick. He should have been okay.
I mean, he's serviceable, but I mean,
for sure.
Yeah.
But I think Aaron Rodgers is truly at a point where he's like, don't forget about me.
I mean, you know how much he's getting paid to be on a McAfee show every week?
Oh, I heard it's 7 figures. It's over $1 million.
Fucking crazy.
To just be a guest on a radio show.
And talk shit about everyone else.
Don't you?
The whole Mr. Pfizer thing was kind of funny though.
And yeah, but I mean,
Travis leaned right into it, which I appreciate.
Travis Kelce dominated. Everybody dominated Aaron Rodgers, where they're like, dude, you're literally taking money from Johnson & Johnson. Like your paycheck comes from Johnson & Johnson.
No, absolutely.
So fuck you for making fun of somebody else for taking money for a fucking
no, but I like it because right after he said Mr. Pfizer, like there's a jersey that came out that said Mr. Pfizer on it. Like Travis leaned right into it.
100%, as he should.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Aaron Rodgers is just he's got to be the face. He was my boy in Green Bay. And then I saw him on Hard Knocks and I got to know his personality a little bit, and he's kind of a fucking weirdo and I don't really like him anymore. He was a great quarterback to watch. I emphasis on the word was. When he was in his prime, he was awesome.
He needs to grow that hair out long again when he comes back.
No, those days are done.
Go old school.
He probably will. He's going to come back with something fucking goofy next time you see him on TV, and they're going to be like, "Oh, he's got a cool mustache now," because he's got to be the talk of the town. He has to be center of attention. He's a fucking attention whore. So that's what makes me not like him. Sunday Night Football, Bills win 14-9 over the Tyrod Taylor-led Giants.
It was a very ugly game.
Ugly as fuck. I feel bad for anybody that had a lot of stakes in Bills players this weekend. They didn't do shit.
So bad.
And the Giants,
hats off to the Giants for playing their little asses off there.
The Giants are garbage, so like most people went in thinking it's going to be a blowout, and it was a close game. And
hey, Tyrod Taylor, the old one and only Tyrod Taylor, looked pretty good out there.
Looked very good. No, kudos to him. He kept him in the game, and realistically, they should have called a penalty on that last throw.
Yeah, they got fucked.
Monday Night Football, Cowboys beat the Chargers 20-17.
They're
Cowboys
4-2.
Cowboys are 4-2.
Yeah.
Chargers are 2-3. And again, Browns fans, time to root against the AFC. We got to do it. Anytime there's an NFC AFC game, root for the NFC. And anytime there are two AFC teams playing,
we don't play the Chiefs this year, do we?
No, we don't. Okay, always root for the worst team. So the other team's record goes down. That's the way to go.
And fuck everyone in our division.
And yeah, and then if you're a Steeler fan, fuck you. And
You want to be like everyone else this year? Just jump on the Lions bandwagon. It's cool. It's
yeah,
okay.
if you want to root for an NFC team, by all means, Lions are fun, dude. They're very, very Cleveland-esque. I would totally respect anybody rooting for the Lions. And that is your Week 6 recap around the NFL. Tim, I actually forgot to send you the picture of the bracket for baseball, but we don't need it because there's only 4 teams left, so it's nice and easy.
I'm just gonna put up the one that we had.
Yeah, that's fine.
We got some teams on fire in the
Yeah, we do.
playoffs
In
right
the
now.
American League, the other game's
Did you-
probably getting ready to
Hold on.
start right
Did
now,
you-
or it might
did
have
you
already
hear
started.
the segment from the Diamondback radio network yesterday?
Did not.
So I'll send it to you after the show. But so they played an excerpt of like the Diamondbacks home radio network, and there's like talking about, oh, and here's our starting pitcher, blah blah blah, and he's going up against Kyle Schwarber. This guy likes to get on base. Sometimes one swing person, blah blah blah. He gets out there, and it's like first pitch out, boom, okay, 1-0 Phillies. And it was that monotone that
Like
it's
no excitement. Just
no
all right,
excitement.
and 1-0 Phillies.
And he said
all right.
1-0 before the ball even sailed over the outfielder's head.
Yeah, Kyle Schwarber's on a fucking tear. And speaking of Kyle Schwarber, Tim, if you could pull that up, it is time for our Bet Stamp pick of the week. I think I sent that in my second email to you, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a good bet. I saw that.
Yeah. So tonight, obviously, you have the Texas Rangers taking on the Houston Astros. I'm sorry,
You did it again.
the Houston Texas, because it's confusing. You got a Houston Texas playing each other. So you have the Texas Rangers taking on the Houston Astros tonight in a series where the Rangers are up 2-0. And on the flip side, in the National League, the Phillies are leaving Philadelphia up 2-0, going to Arizona for tomorrow night. So that is my bet this week. Usually I do a Thursday night football game, but I'm not interested in touching tomorrow's game. You have the Saints, who are banged up, not very good. They are without 3 offensive tackles. That's not good for a team. On the flip, you have the Jaguars, who Trevor Lawrence is battling a knee injury. Don't really know what to expect out of them.
Yeah, that sucks.
The Saints defense is really good. So my anytime touchdown was going to be Travis and Etienne. But then I thought about it. I'm like, their run defense is really fucking good. So I don't really know if I'm confident in that. So I avoided that game like the plague. And I decided, you know what? Baseball's still happening. I don't need to only bet on fucking NFL.
You don't have to.
So Kyle Schwarber has been on a tear. He has hit a home run in every game of the NLCS. He hit 2 last night. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. At 1 home run plus 270,
I still can't
give
believe
me
it's
that.
plus 270.
That's what I thought, dude. I thought it'd be closer to 100. So give me that. Take that to the fucking bank. Let's go. Let's ride with Schwarby, even though he is a
fuck Schwarber,
fucking
though.
asshole piece of shit that was part of the 2016 Cubs team that beat the Guardians. He can eat a giant bag of dicks, but he can do so after he wins me a little bit of cash. So for those of you that want to bet along with me, download the app BetStamp, and it's going to tell you where to go. So it's going to tell you right there. You go to Bet365. Now, if you're from Cleveland and you haven't bet yet on any gambling app, which is fucking amazing. If you haven't, kudos to you for having willpower.
Probably have addiction problems. That's probably why.
Yeah. Or they don't. They have no problems. That's why they're like, I don't care about gambling because they don't have a problem.
It's beneath me.
Yeah. Go to signupexpert.com/TBB. And they are going to take you to all of these sites that you see right here. They're going to show you Caesars and what Caesars has to offer. PointsBet, DraftKings, Bet365. And they're going to tell you, hey, if you throw in $10 or $5, we're going to give you 200 in this. We're going to give you 100 in this. All the free bets you can fucking bet with. They're going to give it all to you. You're going to find out where to go, what you're getting. And again, that is signupexpert.com/TBB. T is in Tim, B is in balls, B is in buzz balls. TBB. Signupexpert.com/TBB. Do that and go to BetStamp. BetStamp, again, is like the Trivago of sports gambling. They're going to show you all of the websites you can go to, or the apps, whatever you want to call them, and where you're going to get the best odds. So if you look right there, Bet365 plus 270. Maybe you go, well, that's not bad, but I'd rather just stick with DraftKings. I've got a little bit of money. It shows you right there. Okay, for 260, you can just bet it on DraftKings. Not that big of a difference if that's easier for you. It's so convenient. It's so great. Do it to it. That is JG's bet of the week.
Nice.
Yeah, so in baseball, Philly is up 2-0. I think it's safe to say, maybe it's not safe, but I'm going with it. You haven't tried BetStamp yet, Robert? What the fuck are you waiting on? First off, Robert, go to signupexpert.com/TBB. Sign up for whatever betting apps you have not used yet. And then once you're signed up to them and you get all that free bonus money, you're going to go on BetStamp and you're going to fucking find your bets. It's amazing. It's so convenient.
Easy. Very easy to use.
It's super convenient. It really is for me. Like, I had a guy the other day, I told the story on the show, but I'll tell it again. A friend of mine tweeted, he's like, man, who's got the best odds for this game? I don't feel like searching every app. And I said, dude, download BetStamp. It's literally its job is to tell you where to go for the best odds. And he was fucking mind blew. So go for it.
I like it.
But yeah, it's looking like we're going to have a Texas Philly World Series. And I should preface Texas Rangers because Houston is also in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, I just text the Rangers are just on a fucking roll right now.
I am curious to see how they're doing tonight, though.
It's 0-0 right
is it because Max Scherzer is getting his first start in a while? He was a little banged up, so I am curious to see how he comes out.
Last time we played this lineup, though, they won 11-1. He had 8 strikeouts, went 8 innings. That's a long time ago, though. So
but if he's not 100%, especially in the playoffs,
Yeah.
the Astros are a very aggressive team. The Astros are very big on first pitch swinging. They're very good.
It's still 0-0 last time I checked. It is, yeah. Oh, take that back. It is 3-0 Houston.
Max Scherzer, told you I was a little worried about that guy. Okay.
Let's see here. Yep, Alvarez in second. Wild pitch.
That'll do it.
And then
now I got 3-0 mid second.
Yep.
Okay, not great for Texas. But that's
It's all right. Still early.
Yeah, absolutely. There's plenty of game. Texas has plenty of offense. We'll see what happens.
I will text it to you when I leave.
Fuck yeah, Robert. Appreciate you. Appreciate you signing up for it and doing that shit, man. That's
but yeah,
cool.
no, it does look like it's going to be a Rangers Phillies World Series, which I'm okay with that. You know, I think
what I look for in the playoffs as a Cleveland fan, there's not a lot of Cleveland teams that get this far, so I have to kind of pick and choose who I want to watch. Like it's more so just of a entertainment interest.
Yeah.
Out of these 4 remaining teams, there's only one that I hate, and that is of course the Houston Astros. So the Rangers making the World Series, totally cool with. Philly, totally cool with. Arizona, don't give one shit. So I'm cool with any of those teams. Obviously, for me, Philly, I have a pretty sick Bryce Harper autograph card. So
you just want to keep pumping that up.
Yeah, the more championships, MVPs, et cetera, that he wins, the higher that baby goes up. So please keep winning. I'm actually partially rooting for the Phillies, strictly for financial purposes. I have a kid on the way now, so I need that Bryce Harper thing to put my baby girl through college. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I get it. Future planning.
Oh yeah, dude, it's financial investment. I knew as soon as I got that card, I'm like, I'm not a Phillies fan. I'm not a Bryce Harper fan. Like, I don't hate him or nothing. I don't care. I'm indifferent.
I'm a big fan of. I like the shit talking. That's the best part.
I do too. And again, nothing against Bryce Harper, but for me, I hit an age where I just stopped caring about other teams and players. Where I'm just like, I'm strictly Cleveland. It's just easier this way. Like, I like players. There's plenty of other players that I'm like, oh, I'm a fan of his game, whatever. But like, I'm not gonna go out and buy their shit and like have it in my basement. So having a Bryce Harper autograph is like, it's cool, but if the price is right, I would sell that bitch in a minute.
Price is wrong, bitch.
Oh, R.I.P. Bob Barker. So that's your MLB postseason picture. Really quickly, the NBA season officially starts on Tuesday next week, the 24th. We could save this for next Monday because I forgot we're doing a show on Monday. So we'll do that
Monday.
So we can save this segment for Monday. We were going to do our picks for that. We'll do that on Monday. So never mind. You guys all get another week. You guys want to play along with us? You can. What we're going to do is, in order, we are going to do our prediction for Coach of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and MVP. And then we're all going to pick the 2 teams we think that will meet in the finals and who our NBA champions prediction is. So we will do that next week. So for those of you that are going to be chugging buzzballs with us, I want you guys to give us all your picks next week too when we do the segment MVP of those exact things. And then maybe we'll play MVPness for the Cavs. We got a little bit of a new roster. So get ready for that. We'll see who you guys like there in the dong department.
Dong.
With that being said, it is time for your week 7 picks. And this is where your boy JG is going to make his fucking comeback.
Who heard that?
Because I need it. I keep getting screwed. So it was my idea to come up with a few weeks ago. You guys remember that? I came up with the idea to get bonus points if you pick the spread. And it has backfired tremendously because I am not good at picking the spread. So Kyle has had 2 spread picks hit.
Count it 2.
So he has an extra advantage over me. And that's why the amount of games that have actually been played in the NFL do not add up to the math there. But I've been keeping track and I'm honest and I am losing. And it is 58-35 JG. Kyle is in first, 62-33. And Tim is creeping up on my ass at 55-39. He had himself a week, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, let's get into our week 7 picks because we usually get to these way later and we end up not having any time to talk about the Browns game. And I don't want to do that this week. So let's be fast, gentlemen, and let's go. Thursday Night Football, you have the Jags at the Saints. This is a tough one. I'm going to let somebody else start it off because I truly don't know who I want. Again,
Jags.
you have a banged up. I like that pick from you, Tim, though.
Yeah,
I'm kind of with you.
I think even with the backup quarterback for them, I still think the Jaguars have enough talent on defense to win this game against the Saints.
That's my worry. I don't know.
But give me Jacksonville.
Yeah, until I actually see Trevor Lawrence missing the game or like significantly that knee injury affecting his game, I'm going to go with the Jaguars as well. There's a part of me that wanted to go with the Saints strictly to gain a game as like a fuck it, I got to take a chance.
This is where you
But
start rolling the dice.
I don't want to start going in the other direction, so I am going to go with my gut, and my gut does say Jacksonville. So Jacks for everybody. Lions 5-1 against the Ravens 4-2. This is potentially one of the best games of the weekend. Honestly, this is a fucking good one.
Give me the Lions plus the spread. It's my double down bet of the week.
What's the spread?
Because I'm pretty sure it's -3 for Baltimore right now. So give me the +3 for the Lions and them to win.
Okay, Kyle going +3. Interesting. Okay, I trust you. I just didn't see it. And a Lion for Tim.
My double down bet. Let's make it back-to-back weeks, baby.
You know, I'm kind of with you guys because the fact that the Steelers beat this fucking Ravens team makes me proves to me that the Ravens aren't that great. The Ravens struggled a little bit against the Titans last week, and the Titans aren't even very good. So yeah, give me the Lions until the thing with the Lions. I like them. I love their grittiness. I love their toughness. No, it's not a but. I'm going to pick the Lions for sure with you. But my thing is they haven't really faced a really good team yet. Week 1, they faced the Chiefs, and we all agreed that there is an asterisk next to that because of all the injuries. They were without Kelsey. They were without Chris Jones. So they've beaten the Buccaneers. They've beaten the Bears. Like, they've beaten not great teams. They haven't faced anybody great. This is their first good matchup. So for me, until proven otherwise, I think the Lions could potentially be legit. I did pick them to win the division. I picked Dan Campbell to win Coach of the Year. So you can only do that by winning regular season games. And again, NFC team facing an AFC team, especially division, root for the NFC. Let's go. So that's why I kind of want to go with the Saints also in the South there, but against the Jags. But
you can switch to them if you want to. Go ahead.
I got to go with my gut. The Bears without Justin Fields. I think Nathan Peterman is starting. Isn't that their backup?
Nathan Peter, is it the old 49ers backup?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that's their starting quarterback this week because Justin Fields is not expected to play. Taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The Bears are terrible with Justin Fields. They're going to be even worse without. Give me the Raiders.
Yeah, give me the Raiders in this one as well. Even though I just think it's gonna be an ugly game.
Oh, this is the prison inmate game
of the Raiders
because Jimmy Garoppolo is not playing either. So it's Brian Hoyer,
our homeboy Hoyer.
Yeah, Brian Hoyer against fucking Nathan Peterman.
Give me the Raiders. The Raiders.
And Tim, you're picking the Raiders as well.
The Raiders.
Let's do it. Bills at Patriots. Does anybody want the Patriots?
No, even Belichick doesn't want the Patriots anymore.
I don't think the Patriots want Bill anymore. Is what you meant to say.
Give me the Bills here.
Tim?
Billy's.
Billy Bob Thornton's.
And next up, the Commanders at the Giants.
Oh, this is actually a tough one.
Daniel Jones is expected to play. He started practicing, I think. Giants stink. Commanders are okay, but they're not as bad as the thing for me is the Giants offensive line is garbage. The Commanders defensive line is really good. You win and lose in the trenches. So give me that defensive line on Washington.
Mm-hmm. Give me the Timothy Washington Commanders.
Classic. You as well, Tim?
Yes, got to go with the name today.
All right, I respect that. You went against last week, and how'd that fare out for you? Not great.
Not at all.
Falcons against the Buccaneers. You've got Dubs Falcons against the shitty Baker Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's a tough one. I think the Falcons do fucking stink, though. And again, Baker plays really well against bad teams, but the Falcons defense actually isn't bad. However, 50-50 game, home team. Give me the Bucs.
Give me the Baconeers. Por favor.
Who they playing?
Falcons at Tampa.
Sorry, Dub.
Ooh, going
with the Bakes
of Tampa. Next up, you have the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Los Angeles Rams in LA. The Rams have actually been playing pretty goddamn good football. Cooper Kupp is a man that cannot be stopped. The Steelers are coming off a bye week. Their offense probably won't be much better. Give me the Rams.
Uh-oh.
Rams.
Kyle, a fucking traitor. Okay.
Give me the Steelers.
Okay. Give you a new spot on Steel City instead of this show if you're going to keep picking the Steelers.
Here's my thought process. Let me just explain myself here, right?
I respect it. I do the same thing.
They're going to I get they're traveling, but they're coming off a bye week. Steelers defense is not horrible. I'm just giving them a fighter's chance here. I'm rolling the dice. Just one of my gamble bets of the week.
This is where me and Tim make our comeback. I
Taking the
respect it.
Steelers.
I respect
Watch he
it.
gets this fucking game.
I will text you instantly.
Battle of the Birds. You got the Cardinals at the Seahawks. Does anybody want the Cardinals?
No.
Didn't
Give me
think
the,
so.
Give me the Hawks.
Birds for everybody. All right. Packers at Broncos.
This is an ugly
This is
game.
ugly. This is almost as bad as the Raiders, but I think this one's worse.
This is a 1-point spread, by the way.
Yeah.
Give me the Packers in this one. I just can't see Denver pulling anything together right now.
Yeah, Packers look like one of the worst teams in America. They are getting rid of everybody. They just signed Randy Gregory last year. So what did they do? They cut him.
Well, of course you do.
They just signed, his name escapes me. He's from Cleveland, Frank Clark. They just signed Frank Clark in the offseason from the Chiefs to do what? To cut him. They're getting rid of all their players. Jerry Jeudy is on the trade block. They are looking to move everybody. They're going to have a fire sale. They suck ass. Give me the Packers as well.
Mm-hmm. Timothy.
Give me them cheese, man.
Got to do it.
He
And
thought about taking the Broncos. He thought
I
about
did.
it.
hey, I
I
respect
did.
it. What really tempted him was that it's an animal noise. So I think he
Yeah.
was just like, his instinct
Well,
was like,
he's
take
been
him.
cutting the cheese all night. So, I mean, pretty much Packers. are
That's
a
true.
lock.
Pretty much.
Next up, you have a battle in the AFC West. The Chargers
it's gonna
at
be a good
Chiefs. It could be, but I think the Chiefs defense has actually been playing really fucking well,
Yep.
and they're underrated. And they just traded for Mecole Hardman, so that gives them a little extra boost on the offense.
They got him back.
Another great signing by the Jets. They had Mecole Hardman for 6 weeks, and they traded him right back to Kansas City. But with that being said, until they prove otherwise, give me the Chiefs. Chiefs are a fucking dominant team.
Yeah, the Chiefs at home. Absolutely. Give me the Chiefs here.
Chiefs. Easy.
Let's go.
This is going to be a fun Sunday night. game.
Sunday Night Football, potential game of the year. Honestly, this one looks fucking great. You have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Miami Dolphins. You've got two of the best teams in the league, a potential Super Bowl matchup. The Dolphins are doing things on offense that are ungodly. You do not see these types of numbers.
No.
Like I saw a stat that said,
Is their coach a genius?
no, it's just he got a lot of speed. It's really cool. It's like college football. They're the SEC of the NFL, but it doesn't translate.
I've never seen a
long-term.
coach more laid back than him.
Oh, Mike McDaniel's
His
the fucking man.
his fucking swag that he's got all
He
the
is a
time.
dude that like guys want to play for because he's so fucking
I completely forgot that he was on the Browns
cool.
roster.
He was here with Shanahan, yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot about
Him and
that.
Shanahan worked together in San Francisco. Then they came to Cleveland together, and then
Like you saw his history, right? Like how
Oh,
he's an alcoholic and get kicked
Oh yeah,
out
he
of
went
the
to
league and
rehab.
shit like
Yeah,
that,
it's a whole fucking thing. He turned his life around.
His
big time.
interviews, press conferences are fucking hilarious.
I'm a huge Mike McDaniel fan, truthfully.
Yeah,
Um,
I know. My
however,
pick
I
on
got
this
it
one.
wrong. I'm sorry. Dolphins are at Philly.
Yeah,
thought
I
it was
know.
the
I
other
know
way
my
around.
pick on this one.
Dolphins.
Yeah, after losing to the Jets last week, the Dolphins or the Eagles have a lot of injuries. Devontae Smith didn't practice today. They just signed Julio Jones. To me, that screams a little bit of
Jesus.
desperation.
Did they wheel him out with the wheelchair or what?
Yeah, I mean, the Nick Sirianni came on. He's like, he's got a little juice left.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He needs juice to have some juice left. Okay.
This is tough. I don't know who I want.
This
here.
was gonna be
You're
my
taking
double.
Miami?
I'm taking Miami. This
Okay.
was gonna be my double down because I believe the Eagles are favored, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna take Miami plus the points, but I trust my other one better. But yeah, give me the Dolphins here.
This will be my fun. I want to go a little different than you guys. I think I picked almost the same in everything. So give me Philadelphia here. I'm gonna roll the dice. Home team. It's a 50-50 game. I really
And he
don't know.
Falls further down in his
When the Dolphins looked unstoppable. They put up 70 points. Then they faced the Bills and they lost. They didn't look very good at all. A very good team. They have beaten up on the Panthers. They've beaten up on the Broncos. Some shitty teams. So that being said, they're facing a very good team who I think is pissed off. They got embarrassed by the Jets last week, and I think they're going to come out with something to prove. And they're at home. Give me the Eagles.
I love when you talk yourself into these bets.
I mean, you literally just did the same thing with Steelers. So up yours. And then we get to Monday Night Football. You've got the Vikings hosting
this could
the
have been
Niners.
such a good game. I just don't.
Could have been.
Yeah.
But you've got primetime Kirk Cousins, who is known to shit the bed. And this is where JG is going to double down here because you've got the Niners at -7. And I'm taking that. I think the Niners win by more than a touchdown.
Really?
Give me the Niners -7.
Ooh. I don't. See, Kirk Cousins can put Jefferson's out too.
They have no Justin Jefferson. And this defense, I think they're pissed off because they got embarrassed by the Browns. And I think being in Minnesota in a dome, it's
that could be a very dangerous game.
give me the Niners.
Yeah. It could be Dolphin-esque numbers.
It's Minnesota and it's Monday night. So it's not like they're going, East Coast playing at 1 o'clock. So for me, I'm like, fuck it. For them, it's internal.
No, I'm taking the 49ers too. I
I
was just trying to picture if they're going to win by 7, but
think they're going to blow them out. Kirk Cousins sucks in prime time. He always has.
Give me the Niners.
Purdy game.
You sure?
Yeah,
Sure about that?
it was pretty ugly last week, but
I literally wrote, if you guys want to look at my notes here, you guys can't see it at home, but I'll show Kyle. I did write San Fran -7 or Cleveland 2.5. I didn't know which one I wanted to pick for my thing. But my worry, I do think the Browns could do it, is it's all about Deshaun Watson. I like the 2.5 spread that I found. And this was, I looked up this picture today, so I'm not like, I didn't get it a week ago when it was lower. So the spread was 2.5 for this game, but I'm going to go
It went up to 3 today.
Yeah, but I'm going to stick with the Niners. I think the Niners win in a blowout, so I'm going to go with them. And speaking of the Browns and the Colts, that does lead us to our final game. And the Browns defense showed last week against the Niners, who are undefeated, who are a really good team, that it's fucking amazing. Statistically speaking, the Browns defense is historic. It is elite. Going up against this Colts team, they're getting Jonathan Taylor kind of meshed back in. He's not 100%. He's not fully there. He's also not the same Jonathan Taylor as 2 years ago. You have Gardner Minshew starting at quarterback, who is a hit or miss, as Kyle said. Even you never know which version you're going to get. But I think this Browns defense is a great defense. Hello, Tara. The Browns defense is elite. Tara, you missed it. Our new segment talking about buzzballs. Every time the Browns win, we all do buzzball shots, and I want everyone at home. Obviously, you can't. You can fill yours with water. You can go the sober route. We're gonna chug.
She go to sober out. I mean,
you never know, dude. She's from Brunswick. Hillbillies, you don't know what they're into.
Talking about balls.
Talking about buzzballs
segment.
I love it. It's my new favorite thing. Every time the Browns win,
Justin's had about 4 of them tonight so far. So,
but at only 15%, that's not that bad. I'm only at 60% alcohol, so it's all good.
quick maths.
The math doesn't.
I still know math, so I think it adds up, right? It's fine. But yeah, the Browns take on the Colts in Indianapolis. I love that it's in a dome. I think that's really good for the defense. Like,
dome.
There's no weather advantage.
We talked about this. You love getting tased while you're giving dome.
Tim loves dome, and then he loves when it keeps going after he's already ejaculated. And then he has a taser effect.
Do you have like a right leg shake or left leg shake? Like, I mean, do you just convulse all
I like
over?
to think it's just a full body shiver. He's just like, ooh. He
he's
looks
like
he's
Jesus
dancing.
just like touched your head and like you just
like
can't stop.
It's like a middle thrust. Like it's just like all of it's in the middle, like convulsion.
You don't even try to push away. You just let it go.
I let it happen.
Savage, man.
I love it. It's
I like to think that he lets out like a Michael Jackson scream too. Like he's like, oh, like it just like fucking yells as it happens. I like to imagine that.
Where did you come from, babe?
Ooh,
damn.
We know where you came from.
You hit the gospel notes in it. Nice. I like
Ooh,
that.
won't you take me there?
I love it.
This is the After Dark.
We are off the rails
this is
today,
the after
but I
dark.
love it. I told you, talking about balls after dark is fucking, it's going to take off. But yeah, I mean, I think the Browns are going to win this game regardless of the quarterback situation. I think PJ Walker will do just enough. And again, we're facing a much lesser defense than we've faced over the last 3 weeks. So our run game should work pretty well. PJ Walker proved he can do enough to win you games as long as he doesn't go rogue at the end there.
Yeah.
Defensively, I think we could cause a lot of disruption for Minshew. We're going to make him cause a lot of mistakes. The big thing, again, Kevin Stefanski's game plan every week: get the lead, play with the lead. That's where you let Myles Garrett. That's why we're aggressive to start the game off on offense. Browns fans hate that. They hate that we come out passing all the time. But it's because Stefanski wants to get a lead so they can pin the defense's ears back, let Myles Garrett go to work. That's a good strategy, I think. I think it's a very good idea.
I agree.
So if we can do that on Sunday, we're in good shape. Keep Jonathan Taylor out of things. I'm not too worried about Jonathan Taylor.
He's actually started off so slow the last, like the 2 games he's played.
He hasn't been good in the last 2 years.
He had 19 yards last week and maybe 5 the week before.
If you take away his,
I mean, is he on the snap count right now? Like, is he?
They're easing him back into more reps, which now he'll be in his 3rd game back. So you're expecting him to touch the ball more. But again, from the Browns' perspective, get a lead and don't give them the opportunity to give him the ball that much.
Right.
Make them air it out. Make Gardner Minshew beat you. If Gardner Minshew can come out and beat this defense, tip your cap. Kudos. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Jim Schwartz is going to have this team ready. An offense, protect the fucking ball. the number one thing I can ask is just please be smart with the football. PJ Walker, I love you. Thank you so much for that win on Sunday. If you happen to be the quarterback that plays on Sunday, if you happen to be out there, just be smart with the football, dude. Don't throw an interception right to Fred Warner. Don't throw a fucking ball into double coverage with the game on the line. Don't underhand fucking toss a ball that thank God they ruled it a completion.
I would hope that a week. I would
forward
hope
pass.
that a week of now a live game, now practice and watching film, and there's a better plan in place for him if he has to start for us.
Agreed.
I would hope. Here's my biggest fear for Sunday is that I don't want, because it's been happening a lot lately, turf injuries. I just don't want to see freak fucking accidents happen.
Yeah. The one thing though is the Colts have better turf because they're strictly in a dome.
Yeah.
So one thing I've learned is a lot of places that are strictly in a dome. It's usually pretty good. It's places that have turf outdoors, like MetLife.
Okay.
That's where people hate it because it's outdoor turf. And then you have like Arizona where they switched up the turf because I think they put their grass outside and then they bring it in for games.
Yeah.
So it's like a weird like artificial bullshit thing. So I think regular domes, you don't hear a ton of injuries about that because it's a little bit better. So yeah, I agree with you though. Fingers crossed. That's the number one thing.
Nothing
win
weird.
This game. It's on paper. This should be an easy win. Emphasis.
Well,
on the
you
word
already
should.
called it's going to be an easy win. So.
I mean, I think it will be. Honestly, our defense is that fucking.
I think our running backs are going to eat. I think they're going to get their chances. They're going to go between Kareem and Ford. I think they're both going to get chances to get the ball down the field. I think you lean on the run heavy.
Yep.
Get some crisp, nice pass plays. Maybe scheme some people open. Get our receivers an opportunity and chance to get down the field. Cooper looked great last week. I mean, he had some great catches last week, right? And that's with a backup quarterback throwing to you. You know, he made chances for himself,
and he just went out there and made plays. Like,
where's Peoples Jones at? Is he on a milk carton right now? Like, are we not trying to get him the ball, or what's going on?
Unfortunately, it's kind of a good thing for the Browns. Think about it. His price tag is going down.
He's the fourth option right now, right?
Is he even an option?
I mean, so you think about it. Your first read's always Cooper. Second read's probably Njoku. Your third read's going to be Moore, and then he's probably the fourth, potentially fifth read.
He's below that. Running backs are higher than him.
You think so?
That you would give I would throw the ball to.
I mean, Bell had some good catches last week too.
Yeah, Bell had a huge first down catch in that game. But no, honestly, Donovan Peoples-Jones is a ghost. And I think the big problem with that is
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sorry to keep cutting you off. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get him traded eventually.
No, I don't think they would do that. But I mean, maybe because they want to get Cedric Tillman involved. But I think the issue with Peoples-Jones, as I've said this before, he's a burner. That's it. So if he can't run a deep route, he's not useful.
He's not
very
good at the route running.
He's good at route running. He's like a number 3 receiver on most teams. He's good. He's just nothing special. So he needs Deshaun Watson and he needed Baker because Baker had a good arm. Baker wasn't afraid to throw the ball deep. He was a gunslinger. So you need to do that with PJ Walker. You're not getting deep balls.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
How often do we throw the ball more than 15 yards on Sunday? And yeah, it might be Donovan Peoples-Jones might lack effort. I think he's a good player. I mean, you saw it against last year. He won us the game against Houston. He returned that punt. I'm sorry, for a touchdown against the Bengals. The game that what's his face Odell Beckham tore his ACL years ago. Baker found Donovan Peoples-Jones for some deep balls, but again, those were deep balls.
Yeah,
that's all he's
not good at the across the middle.
Yeah, so you're not going to get those plays from him. And the way our offense is structured, it's not suited for Donovan Peoples-Jones, unfortunately. But with that being said, win the game, play smart, create turnovers, and for the love of God, as Kyle said, please come away healthy. That's all I can fucking hope for, is just saying it out loud and hoping that it comes to fruition.
Knocking
on this synthetic wood. I don't think it's real wood.
Is it real wood?
It's creaky like wood, though.
Creaky
hear
wood. This is like a get the tables type wood from like.
Yeah, this is the Dudley Boys.
Get the table.
Dave stole this from an ECW show. That's why we have it here. This was supposed to be used for Redline Pro Wrestling, but Redline Pro Wrestling never happened. So Dave was like,
going to the
studio table.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm assuming you boys. Anybody want the Colts? I'll let you guys all give your explanations. But does anybody want the Colts?
Absolutely not.
I'm taking the Browns. I just said it has to be a win. It must be a win. These next 6 games have to be wins.
Agreed. So give me your thoughts. Was that all you had also on the game?
No, that's all. I mean, that's where I jumped in. There's no injuries. I just want to see that.
Yeah, I think we're on the.
I want to see the Browns running backs get their due. I want to see them get out there and get comfortable, which I think they will. And just smart passes, scheme people open, scheme some. Make it easier. Make it easy for him, right? Make it easier than it needs to be. Don't do anything complicated. I know Stefanski gets fancy with certain plays, like that shovel pass to Kareem was fancy-ish. But let's just be smart about it, right? Let's just.
I read some people that were like not even, I won't even say defending Stefanski. They were defending the play calling in general. It wasn't just Stefanski, but they were saying when you're the underdog like the Browns, like you're expected to get blown out, you kind of have to do these trickery things. And it worked against San Francisco. So again,
I mean, they totally bought into the fact they thought that Harrison was going to be the one going up.
I did too. I was literally, when they lined up, I remember I looked at, I was in the basement with my family and I was like, oh, fuck, Harrison Bryant's going to dive forward for 1 yard. I'm like, oh, hopefully he gets this. Like, this is going to be ugly. And then he fucking tossed it out, touchdown. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm wrong.
Shovel passes always scare me though.
Oh, yeah.
Because like, you're like, get it to him. Just get it to him.
And the other thing is you have a guy who doesn't do that often.
Yes.
Quarterbacks, they shovel pass all fucking day. They're accurate. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Running backs know how to catch it. Harrison Bryant.
But in a wet atmosphere, ball was probably wet. I was
against
like,
the number one team in football. That's scary. So I'm with you, Tim. You're on our page. We're going Browns.
Tim took the Colts. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Tim took the Colts and he said he's not watching the game because fuck the Browns is what he said. That's what I heard.
Hey.
But yeah, no, I mean, again, just come away healthy. Let's win this game. It's a winnable game. We are now officially at the point, which I've said in the offseason, I am not afraid of any opponent, especially after beating the Niners. That was the one game where without Watson,
There's not
especially.
someone on the schedule that concerns me till the end of the season.
No, not at all. At this point, every game should be within 3 points per Vegas. Like even if we're underdogs, like we shouldn't be expected to lose by more than 3 points the rest of the season, barring injuries, of course. So just go out there, handle your business. Let's win the game.
Yep.
Let's fucking go.
Get us a 4-2.
Gun to your head. Do you think Watson plays?
No.
I don't either. At this point, I'm not.
I think even if he's like 75%.
Lexington.
Lex, what's up, dude?
Lex. I think if he's 75% to where like if he's going against the 49ers, like he could go. But I think now it's like playing the Coles. I think you need to make the decision. What's one more week going to do?
Right. I still love the people. Like I got a guy at my work who keeps bitching about him not playing. And he's like, oh, what a pussy. He needs to be out there playing. And I'm like, he's got a fucking tear in his rotator cuff. Like he has to throw the ball. That's his literal job.
I've seen people call him like prima donnas this week.
Oh yeah.
I've
honest to God, I've seen people that are claiming they think he's sitting out on purpose because he made so much money. And I'm like, you do realize he was rich as fuck when he played with the Texans too, right? Like you don't come into the NFL and get paid peanuts. You make some damn good money. He could have retired on his rookie contract. People are like, well, now that he's got money, he's quitting. Like he was already worth like fucking 50 million.
People are like,
what do you mean now that he's got
just
money?
like, the people who say he has no incentive to play. Like, I mean, come on now. There's at some point you have to
look at Patrick Mahomes' contract. That dude has no incentive to play. He has MVPs. He has Super Bowl rings. What does he do every week? Goes up there, takes an ass beating, and keeps playing.
You don't think the incentive for Deshaun is to be the quarterback that leads this team deep into a playoff run, maybe to the Super Bowl? That would be a legacy run right there.
I mean, I think his off the field speaks value. Like him talking to PJ Walker.
Yeah.
Like, hey, just calm down. You got this. Like that shows that he fucking cares.
Yeah. And to flip that a little bit, speaking of off the field shit for him, obviously we all know what he went through. I don't think he's going to go out there and half-ass it and fucking quit on the team. He's going out there to fucking prove everybody wrong that I didn't do anything. I'm a good fucking player. I'm worth this contract. He wants to prove doubters wrong, and I love that. At least I think. So let's go. Let's win this fucking game. I hope he plays on Sunday, though. To be honest, I want Deshaun Watson.
I'm okay if he does.
I want him to start breaking out and just fucking getting better.
This would be a game for him to come back, though. You're right. So I'm 50-50 on it. Like I don't want him to hurt it.
I don't want him to rush. If he fully doesn't trust that his arm is capable of playing, then don't play.
But I also feel this is a game that you could come back and kind of not be so stressed.
Yeah, we don't need you to do a lot.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Just do your 10-yard dump out passes and we'll be okay.
Just be accurate.
Yeah.
Don't turn it over. All right, so go Browns. Let's do that. And now for everybody's favorite ending of the show, just the tip. Let's start off with, of course, my man Timbuktu. Tim, what do you got for us this week, my friend?
Can you guess?
I'm gonna guess it has.
We know you just don't put just a tip in. We heard that already.
Yeah. I talked about this last week. That's because the next Tuesday is coming up. Is the day. Right. I will be back on the Michael Collier show Tuesday. I actually got a call from the producer Monday to see if I can come on this Tuesday, but I was like, no, I was already prepared.
They love you, man.
That's sick.
I was like, no, I prepared for this Tuesday. I've been promoting this Tuesday, so I didn't want to have the people that could be watching. I've told them, hey, 24th is when I'm doing the show. 24th is when I'm doing the show.
What time are you going on?
It's 10 o'clock is the show. I don't know what time I'll be going. I know last time I did it, I was the person that was right after the prayer, which is basically the last person.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed it very much. I'm going to be doing some new jokes this time. Obviously, I don't want to come on and do the same set, but it's only 3 minutes. Like 3 minutes, I have way more than 3 minutes, a 1-3-minute segment in my jokes. You know what I mean? So
Easily.
I'm excited for this one. I was excited for the first one, but the first one was really abrupt. He called me that Monday. Hey, you want to come on the show tomorrow? Sure, absolutely. So they know I'm ready whenever. But I've been promoting this Tuesday. I want this people to be really watching this one. It's 10 o'clock. You see at 7 a.m. PST, but that's over in LA. Over here, it's gonna be 10 o'clock. Like I said, I don't know what time I go on, but the show itself is actually really good. They have a lot of talent that they broadcast or showcase. Really the show itself is just a good show. So if you get the chance, go on Michael Collier's YouTube, subscribe, and watch his shows every morning at 10 o'clock for us. According to your
Did you
time
get a bump on your social media after this?
No, not really. But my social media, at least my Instagram is pretty decent. I got about 4,000 followers on my Instagram. So
Fuck yeah, dude.
Look at you, man.
Appreciate it. So I'm gonna just go out and be me, and hopefully people enjoy it, which people have. So
that's what I like to hear, brother. Congratulations on that again.
Thank you.
And Tim will actually get to promote that again because don't forget, we are live Monday night. We're going to do the show early because, again, I have my anniversary on Wednesday night. So we're going to do the show Monday night.
We'll have WWE Raw and Monday Night Football. And
it's going to be a fun night, actually.
We're up against some pretty stiff competition.
But I think we'll still win in the ratings. I think no questions
definitely
about it.
Nielsen ratings for sure.
Did
you get my tip? You got this one?
I did.
Okay. My tip is a show. I'm only 2 episodes through right now, but it's definitely worth watching because I completely forgot about this entire segment in our culture a couple years ago. Remember the Juul pens, the Juuls?
Oh yeah, the nicotine things. Yeah.
I didn't realize they got banned a couple years ago, or whatever.
I didn't know that either.
6 years ago, they're banned. But this big vape talks about the rise and fall of Juul. About how basically they came about this whole thing and they promoted it like any tech company. They basically followed the Apple strategy, right?
Okay.
Made it cool, made it fun, made it for the young people. They tried to make a nicotine item that was less addictive and healthier for you because they thought that just the only thing that hurt you was the burning of the tobacco as you smoked it. Well, newsflash is not just that too.
But a lot not good with smoking things.
Exactly. So it goes and talks about the startup where the idea came from.
Yes, Tim's vaping.
Where the startup where it came from, how they marketed it, how it got so big, and how fucking rich these people were. They were
huge, dude. Juuls, especially most of them were children. Let's be honest.
And they talk about that too, about how they indirectly just marketed basically to young kids. That's all it went to. So yeah, it's a good show. I'm only 2 episodes through. It's a 5-episode series, I believe.
So like a 2-hour show.
Yeah, it's worth watching. It's been pretty informative so far. But if you get a chance, check it out. I just dropped on Netflix this week. I saw it pop on there a couple days ago. Just started watching it. So,
fuck yeah, that's awesome, dude. I'm trying to get the perfect picture right here of our logo with the buzzball, so I can do talking about buzzballs. I think that's fucking.
You know who could probably nail that picture? Your wife.
Boom.
No, she's not here, and I got the sticker right in front of me. It was beautiful the way I did that.
You learned from her.
Kind of. I know a thing or two about photography. But my tip of the week this week is a song that just came out from a new band. I've talked about them before. There's a band called Every Time I Die, and they broke up about 2 years ago. And the lead singer, Keith Buckley, he left the band, and he just announced a week ago or so his new project called Many Eyes, and they released their first song
KT?
Called Revelation, and it debuted last Thursday night on Sirius XM Octane or whatever the fuck channel it was. And I heard it, and I couldn't go back and listen to it again, but I heard it the one time, and I was like, okay, pretty good. Like, it sounds pretty fucking sweet. And the next morning I woke up, and it was on Apple and Spotify and all that shit, and I listened to it probably fucking like 10 straight times, and it's really fucking good. I'm not gonna lie to you. So really happy to hear his voice again, because he is one of the best frontmen in the game. Incredible vocals, incredible lyricist. I'm a huge Keith Buckley fan, truthfully. So if you're into heavier kind of music, check it out. He's fucking smart as shit. His lyrics have always been great.
It's just him.
It's him and some other people. It's just nobody from Every Time I Die. He has moved on entirely with.
Why did he move?
There was some infighting. His brother is in Every Time I Die, or was. And 3 members of Every Time I Die have moved on to form a new band called Better Lovers. The bass player for Every Time I Die is actually Andy Williams from AEW, the big tattooed guy, the Butcher, I think his name is.
Oh, wow.
So he left Every Time I Die when they broke up. He just said, I'm done with music. I'm going to focus on wrestling full time. So he is done with music. And then Keith was the odd man out, and he started a new band. We'll never know the true story yet. At least it's been 2 years and no one knows what really happened. There have been rumors of why the band broke up and why there was a big fight, because they were truthfully at the top of their game when they broke up. They put out their best album to date. They were about to do tours. They were actually announced for a show in Cleveland, and Dave and I were fucking stoked to go see them. And then they broke up and everything went to shit. So we hadn't heard from Keith in years, like nothing of, he'd tweet or whatever, but nothing music related. And then this band just came out with a song, and truthfully, it sounds a lot like
I'll have to give it a listen.
It sounds a lot like Every Time I Die, just because of his voice. Like, he was the pulse of Every Time I Die. And the songs fucking great. It truly is a really good song.
I'm surprised you didn't bring up the new Blink songs. Those are pretty good.
I've been listening to all those. Yeah, I listen to them every day. I'm waiting for the whole album to come out.
Oh yeah, okay, that's just 2 of the whole new album, right?
Yeah, they've got probably like 6 out. They actually just released another one today. But the full album comes out. Is it tomorrow or Friday? I think it comes out the 20th.
The 20th. Okay.
Yeah, I think the full album comes out on Friday. So I'm just waiting to hear the whole thing. It's more than likely going to be
that one song.
tip.
No, wow, what a
the tearjerker one.
That was
One More Time. That's a fucking classic. Honestly, all the songs they've released so far have been great.
Deep lyrics on that one.
People are saying this is honestly like their best album ever. Truthfully, not just because they've been away for so long, but honestly, it's just they're so mature now that it's the best work they've put out.
That's awesome.
And so far, what I've heard of about half the album, give or take, depending, I forgot how many. There's like maybe 14 tracks in the album. I think they've released about 6 of them, so about half. Everyone's been great. Like, so far, there's not one where I'm like, I could skip that. They're all fantastic. So it'll probably be my tip next week. But yeah, check out Many Eyes Revelation. That's the only song they have out. He will be announcing a full album soon, but that's that. So check us out Monday evening, same time. We'll do 7 to 9 on Monday, right? I think.
Yeah.
That works. Okay.
Bring the buzz balls.
Bring the buzz balls. Hopefully, if we lose, obviously you don't need to do it. But again, guys, film yourself drinking a buzz ball. Get those sent in to us by Monday, obviously early, so we can get them to Tim and we can play them on the show. I would love to see you guys celebrating with us.
And not just that, guys. That would immensely help the sponsorship. If
100%.
you guys,
make sure you mention, you got to say it as the full thing that it is. Hashtag talking about buzz balls. Let's make this a movement. Say that in your video. Don't just say, hey, drinking a buzz ball, and then do it. You got to make sure let everyone know you're here.
So after they win Sunday, we'll just go on a full media press.
Correct.
And we'll start throwing out hashtag buzzball Monday.
Hashtag talking about buzz balls.
Yes, and we'll start pushing it.
Yep. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. And we can't do it without your help. So if you're a fan out there of Talking About Balls and or the Cleveland Browns, Talking About Buzz Balls needs to be birthed with your help. So let's do it.
Looking forward to it.
Can't wait. Go Browns. Let's win on Sunday. Easy win, hopefully. And with that being said, we're all good, right, boys?
All good.
I'm good.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Cleveland, that was for you. See ya.